Hey, we're live. It's so quick how it just does that.
We're live and we're early today. We're having a little early day.
Well, I mean, we've been kind of doing it earlier. But
That's true.
It's 2 o'clock. So it's still a good time, I guess. You know, I found that it was really good doing them later, too, like around 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, we don't really get to Europe or anything, but as far as here in the United States, which is the primary, the most audience for my channel, it did pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we should do some later ones, too.
Midnight ones.
Yeah. Produce. Oh, what a surprise. Produce is the first one.
All right. Produce. Nailed it.
I swear to God. Produce, you're like 99.9% the first one.
To the point where it's weird if it's not produce.
If it's not produce, I think
where's
there's something.
produce?
We need to find out what's wrong with produce. Yeah. Marina, Carrie, Linda, Mrs. Nightmare. How's everyone doing today? It's our normal Wednesday live. I know we got John back here today. Josh is here, but it's not me and Josh this week.
Well, I mean, we can do like musical chairs. I could take off. He could switch.
Maybe I should have him sit in and I'll just leave. Just you two.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So what's up with you? I caught a little bit of your live stream last night with Kristen.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you. You started a little trend there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We made chili, and then Kristen went over to Shauna's house to sleep for the night.
Ooh,
She's taking care of the pups while they were away.
Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living. That's the one with John Leguizamo. Oh, Marina, sorry that she missed our stream. Well, you know, you should be. So I just hit that. And I remember that's so. Expo is coming up very, very soon. We have another probably week and a half, 2 weeks, and we'll be out there in California.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
gosh.
You're not going to be there.
I know. So how long are you staying out there?
I'm going to be there for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's too long or what, because I don't know. I know I'm going to be hanging out with Cesar a little bit, and Cesar's getting so. Be on the lookout for this. Watch what Cesar is doing, because Cesar has a friend that does these like tours around LA, a vegan tour company. And so he's got I guess it's like a limo bus, like a bus limo. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to go. Me and Cesar are gonna. It's open to other people. They got to pay to do it, but get a seat with us, and we're going to be touring around LA, going to different restaurants like we do in our videos.
Now, is it you pay a certain price and then there's like a sample platter from each restaurant kind of thing? Or
no, I think we still got to pay at the restaurants and stuff like that.
Got it.
But it's like
that would be kind of cool though.
It's like a moving hangout, because there's I think there's maybe 10 seats or something like that, and we're going to be driving all over LA. On Sunday, the 8th of March.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be real fun.
You're going to be so full.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course I will. Yeah. But it's...
You think he'll ever come over to the East Coast?
I don't know. See, he's got a kid now.
Oh.
So...
That complicates things,
yeah,
for sure.
So he's not even really going to be able to hang out with me as much.
Yeah. And after a few years, though, he will. Just though that first couple of years is tough.
Yeah, maybe, in a few years his kid can come with us.
Yes.
Got a message here from my screen printer guy.
What's the upcoming taste test? Produce wants to know.
The upcoming taste test. Well, we're gonna. Well,
wait.
It's the one.
The one that you're gonna come over to our house. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what fashion I want to do this. Instead of maybe just doing a sit down where I just taste test it, maybe I want to do it kind of like I did the Vago bar, like where I take it to a few different places and hey, I want you to try this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like kind of like impromptu, like here, try this, and then head over to my family's house and have them try it.
See, and just get everybody's reaction.
Yeah, and I think that's my extent of people that I know around here is you and my family.
Oh, that's fine.
And Josh.
We have really great taste buds.
Yeah. So that's going to be the taste test. Now, I just uploaded a video yesterday with Josh where he tries some vegan fast food. Now, I had a whole slew of different kind of comments there. So, I don't know. we went to. He wanted to try the Impossible Whopper, the sausage patty from Dunkin' Donuts, the Red Robin Impossible Burger, and I think that was it. Maybe there's one more. One more? Oh yeah, and Chipotle.
Yeah.
Sean
Tootle.
So that was another thing. Everybody was wondering, like, what... The question was, like, what is that voice coming in there at the end? It sounded like John. It wasn't John. It was something that I looked up here. Let me see if I can find it right now. I'll show you guys. Where did I put this? Sean Tootle. I'll tell you what. So here's the thing. A while back, I was saying Chipotle wrong, and everybody was like, you're saying it wrong, you're saying it wrong. So I looked it up, and I'm saying it right. Chipotle. But a lot of people around here call it Chipotle. And Josh was calling it Chipotle that day, and I got it mixed up. And when I was doing the video with him, I said Chipotle twice. And now, as I'm editing it, I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, well, wait a minute. Now,
which one is it?
Now I'm confused. Which one is it? Because I know I was saying it right at one point. So, just real quick, because I like to be factually correct when I'm doing my videos. I just Googled it. Pronunciation of Chipotle, okay? And hold on, let me show you what I found. Where is this? Downloads? Where is this? Okay, here it is. Let me pull it up over here.
Sean Tootle.
Did it go? Hold on.
It started.
It started already?
On Tootle. Sean Tootle.
So, hang on a second. So this is the first thing that came up, this pronunciation of Chipotle. It has like 6 million views on YouTube. So I press play.
Sean Tootle. On Tootle.
So that I was sitting here like I am right now, and I heard that, and obviously some troll did this, and I couldn't stop laughing. I just couldn't stop laughing. I lost it. So I decided for the scene where I actually said Chipotle in the video that I was going to, when they usually beep something out, that's what I did. But instead of beeping it out, I used that sound clip, Sean Tootle, every time I said Chipotle. So it's Chipotle. So anyway, I couldn't stop laughing. And that's the story about that. I sent it to you.
Yep, I definitely had a good laugh.
Yeah. You guys... the other thing is, okay, so Josh is he drives a lot, so we're gonna do some videos where we can make some prep food, which I did last night too, by the way. But he wanted to try these places. Now I didn't say no, you need to go try these, because I think most people know my stance on the Impossible Burger and the Impossible Whopper. I did a whole video on that. With that being said, I want to say that, and I mentioned this in the video, that I think it's a good thing. I do think it's a good thing. I think they did some messed up things in the past. And again, I don't think it's geared towards vegans, but I think it's good for somebody that's transitioning. I think it's good for somebody that is looking to go vegan but might not be there yet. And of course, there was a lot of, comments there that I agreed with. And I think they were getting the wrong impression from what I'm doing. I'm not promoting this really. I'm just showing what a brand new vegan is doing. Now, I would rather that brand new vegan because let's be honest here, like when you're eating a burger that's made up of beans and lentils and grains, I like that. I prefer that. I would rather have that, but not everybody would. And let's just be honest here. They don't taste like your traditional meat burgers, okay? So that's why you got things like the Beyond Burger and Impossible Burger. And I think when Josh tries these, it's not something that he's going to be eating a lot. He wanted to try it to give a sense of what somebody that is very familiar with meat, that had just eaten meat earlier this year, that has transitioned to a vegan, is really going to think of something like this. And if they're on the road, is it something that they would buy or something like that? Now, I don't see why if you've been vegan for a while and you're okay with it and you're not craving those things, whatever, I don't see honestly why anybody would want to go in a place like Burger King in the first place. But let's just say they're moving in that direction. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that these fast food restaurants are carrying vegan things. But it's frustrating because a lot of these things are not. You can't order them vegan. Like, for instance, we called Red Robin, and they didn't even really know what was vegan and what was not. And I think that's crazy. I mean, the general manager was very helpful and very nice, but how can you, especially now in 2020, this is the kind of scenario that we would encounter 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Going into a place and people not knowing what the heck we're talking about. It just wasn't popular. But in today's day and age, I think most people know what plant-based, what vegan, all these ingredients are. And especially if you're working in food, you should know what your ingredients are. You should know what you're cooking with and what you're serving to people. And especially with like the allergen whole thing today. Like, a lot of people have allergens and they can or cannot have certain things. So I think that, things should be like, I don't think it should be hard. I feel like it's just as hard right now. And I don't mean to discourage anybody, but when you go into a place like this, I don't think it's easier. I think it's just as difficult to go order something vegan at a place like this than it was 20 years ago when we did it. Because in order to go into Red Robin and order that vegan burger, like, they didn't know what was vegan or not. So you couldn't just order their Impossible Burger like it was. You had to say no cheese, no mayo. You had to get a certain bun. You had to make sure all these things weren't. And then still, on top of all that, and this bothers some people like me, but some people it doesn't. And it's being cooked on the same grill and the cross-contamination factor. So, there's a lot to do there. That's why I personally don't go to these restaurants. But for a new vegan that's transitioning, I think they're great videos. I think it's a great source of information for people that are looking to go vegan or that have just gone vegan and they're struggling with being vegan. Now, Josh in no way has been struggling with anything. He's liking the food that he's eating. In general, he eats really healthy. That's why his numbers have dropped. But he wanted to eat something from to see what it compared to as, a normal cow Whopper.
Especially because this transition was so recent.
Yeah,
it's much easier to compare than if you and I try something that we haven't had the original version of in 20 plus years,
Yeah. Are we close to a cheesecake factory? I think I've never been to one, but I think there's one in the mall.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah. And I heard that they have a vegan burger there that you don't have to ask for anything different. It comes vegan.
Really?
But they also have like avocado toast. That's what I read in your guys' comments in the video.
We should go there. Let's go there right after this.
Yeah. So I made a good hearty whole food stew last night, and Josh is eating some of that right. And Josh is actually in the other room right now, but we just didn't really have enough room in here today. So, but we'll be doing more videos together. So yeah, a lot of those things, I don't think anybody, but like the whole Impossible thing, I don't think anybody's criticized them as much as I have. And like, I know exactly how they're made. I know exactly what's going on in Burger King with them. So that whole thing, like there is no separate grill. They're all made on a broiler, a conveyor belt broiler. So there's cross-contamination right there. Now, the only way to technically get it without, I wouldn't even say there's not cross-contamination there, would be like the microwave version. And still, like, that just is just weird to me. Like, I just feel maybe it's because I'm a germ freak and in my head I'm OCD about it, but I feel like just stepping in a place like Burger King, it's impossible not to get a cross-contamination unless you were the one back there making the thing. Now, I've done that before, like when I worked at restaurants 25 years ago when I was a newbie vegan, and it was time for me to eat because there was really basically no such thing as vegan restaurants, at least around here or where I lived back then.
Yeah.
You'd only find those in maybe you'd find one or two, maybe in California, but like the majority of the country, there was no such thing of that kind of thing out here. So I would work and I would make, when it was time for me to eat lunch, I would sterilize everything. I would clean the areas or everything. I would open new packages of the things. And I would make my uncontaminated vegan pizzas or whatever I would make. And I remember even like back then, I remember I made myself a vegan pizza. It was coming out of the conveyor and another employee grabbed it and cut it. And I was like, no, because you used the same thing. So I had to make it all over again. And
what kind of cheese? Or was it just a tomato pie?
Back then
there
was no vegan cheese back then. This
okay.
is 1995.
Okay.
95, 96. There was no vegan cheese. You would have to use like nutritional yeast, kind of like make your own like garlicky. Back then, the way people made the mac and cheese, it's not even like the way they make it now. Like it's like we've come all this way. But back then, Noah was the one that would make the mac and cheese, and it was like nutritional yeast and a lot of garlic and. It made it like a garlic cheesy flavor. It was overpowering and probably not that good, but it was all we had back then. So I would just make like extra sauce and a lot of veggies and stuff like that, a little bit of oil.
Little Caesars, I think, their pizza, their dough, and their sauce was vegan. So I remember like...
Papa John's too.
I used to go with Pat to Vermont to go snowboarding so we used to go to Killington, and I'm pretty sure... I got Little Caesars with just like mushrooms and no cheese.
Every holiday.
When did Veganrella hit the scene? Like 98, 99?
No, I think even after that. I think I first found Veganrella early 2000s. I think it was around 2001 or 2 because I first found it when I was in New York City.
Okay.
And I was hanging out with Crystal, and she had a block of it, and I was like, oh wow. I think it was early 2000s. And. It didn't set right with me, with my stomach.
The Veganrella didn't?
Yeah. It was good from going from like not having any kind of cheese to that. If you're just joining us, welcome to the live stream, guys. We're talking about all sorts of things. We're talking right now mainly about the video that I posted yesterday with Big Josh Vegan, who is right here. He says hello. He's on right now with us. He's actually in the other room.
There's room for him right here. This could be Josh's face.
But he's huge. He's like a giant.
Yeah.
I mean, he could sit.
Well, if he sits on the floor, his head would be right about here. We are the three. Oh!
I think he's eating some of the stew that I made.
All right, sorry. I don't care enough about
you don't?
when Veganrella opened.
Yeah, if anybody knows when Veganrella came out, let us know. If you want to do the Sean Toodle.
Hey, have we ever been to Loving Hut?
I have.
West Coast?
No, Worcester, Massachusetts. I went.
Oh,
really funny experience too.
I've never been there.
A really weird experience actually. There was nobody in there, and I went with Rachel and Jordan because she was looking for apartments out there. She was going to go to school out there.
Yeah. And
we went in there, and the guy came over to take our order, and he sat there and he went to take our order, and he looked at me and he goes, "Are you the vegan zombie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like. And he ran in the back room. And literally, he didn't come back for like 3 minutes. 3 long minutes. He finally comes back. He goes, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then the other guy comes out, and they both wanted to get pictures with me. And this is all before we ordered anything. And I had never eaten here before or anything. But, I mean, it was cool, but it was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
The stew is so good. Oh, Josh, what do you think about the tofu? I made that special for you. Please don't say you're picking it out. He's probably picking it out.
Did you do your thing? You do your tofu thing?
No, I did. I seasoned it. I air fried it. Got it really dehydrated. And then I rehydrated it in the stew.
Did you cube it or just...
Cubed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And that comes out super good. Tofu scientist over here. How many bedrooms are there in my house? It must be pretty big. I guess. I mean, there's
a 4-bedroom house?
Yeah, it's like a 4-bedroom.
It's a decent sized house.
Yeah.
I would say like.
I want a new house. I don't like this house.
Yeah, me too. I'm not saying anything bad about your house, but
you don't like your house, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was great when I bought it. I bought it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It was a good deal for what I got too. You know,
it's just time for a change.
Yeah. I just
and now with 2 big dogs.
Yeah, I would love a really big fenced-in backyard, which I don't have for the dogs. Your yard is perfect for the dogs, but you don't like you like a better house.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would too.
Yeah, I just need I just need it to function better. Like, I need the setup to be a little different.
Yeah, I would definitely move for sure. I want to move actually. I'm kind of stuck here right now. Kind of a unique situation. Yeah, it's very haunted. Yeah, this is the house where the chair came from. The whole chair story, which is awesome and creepy at the same time. I love that story. I think it's so weird and bizarre, and the chances of that happening are so rare.
Who's that?
How do I get rid of stuff? It's very hard because I'm very sentimental and nostalgic, and I have like a really perfect memory. So anything I look at, I can recollect all the memories around it. For instance, I'm trying to clean out the basement right now for Josh. So there's a whole other room there. It's got carpet down there. It's got a drop down ceiling. So it is a half finished cellar, and Josh is gonna stay down there because he sleeps pretty much through the day because his job is throughout the night. And there's not just his room over there right now is just not dark enough, but downstairs it's perfect. Where am I rambling with this? So yeah, I have a ton of stuff down there because I really have nowhere else to put anything. So it's all stored in my basement. And yeah, when I'm trying to like consolidate everything. So for instance, I was breaking down boxes because I got rid of all these. I had a bunch of stuff in boxes, and I was throwing as much away as I could possibly throw away, and that's hard for me because I'm like, oh my god, like memories here, and I have a bunch of stuff that I was going to show you guys in a live stream that I found down there, pictures, some even with you in them.
Aww.
And
Nice.
Stuff my dad made for me when I was a little kid, like these, like I've talked about it before, this whole crypto game and stuff like that. So I'm trying not to throw everything away, but I was consolidating things from boxes that were falling apart into like actual bins, And I was breaking the boxes down the other night and throwing them out, putting them out for recycling in the morning. And I broke down this one box, and I'm like, what is up with this box? This is a really well-constructed box. What the heck? They don't make them like this these days. I turned it over, and it's GoBots. GoBots came out at the same time as Transformers. We're talking about early 1980s. This box had been sitting around since the 1980s, and it had all my toys in it, and I took them out, I consolidated them, I broke the box down, and I'm like, oh man, I can't throw away this box. But that's the kind of stuff I go through, like not being able to throw certain things away. I actually took a picture of it. Here it is. This is what it looks like. It's from Thruster. That's the back of the box.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a GoBot box. That's what it is. It's a GoBot box. And it's from Tonka from like 40 years ago almost. So anyway, rambling here. Well, Eris wants to know about the chair story. Well, yeah, I told that story a lot in these videos. I feel like if I keep telling it, people are gonna like unfollow. They're like, "We've heard this a million times."
We've heard this a million times. No, because they come back for the story.
Yeah.
Sometimes I listen to the same song like 30 times in a row.
I'll tell you what. Near the end of the stream, if you remind me, I will tell it again. But I'm gonna wait till the end of the stream. Hi, Sandra. You want to know more about the stew with tofu? Well, I guess I just like to throw things together, and I threw a bunch of Whole Foods together with some seasoning and spice. Absolutely no oils. It's very healthy. Nothing's processed in it, considering tofu. I don't consider tofu to be processed, but tofu is like the most in there.
That's the most processed thing in there.
And everything else is like, potatoes, carrots, celery, corn, rice, black rice.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's really good. What else did I put in there? Made my own like stock and everything. Just it's really, really good stuff. Oh, a little bit of tomato paste.
Nice.
And then when it's all done, it was so hot too. And I put an extra helping of nutritional yeast on it, mix it up. Super good.
Nice.
Super good. So yeah, you can definitely eat healthy, delicious food as a vegan. What else was I supposed to talk about here? I was mainly going to go over some of those comments from...
Oh, yeah. Another... somebody kept saying the buns weren't vegan at Burger King. Is that true?
Okay, so when we first remember that day that I took that whole live stream and I put it up as the impossible. You were with me,
Yeah.
but the camera was facing the other way. The room looked a little different.
Yeah.
I talk all about that. Yeah, and there was all the ingredients for the bun. I was the one that was saying there's a lot of ingredients here. Most likely I would say I'd question it. I don't think it's vegan. And there were some things up on the internet, but those were old, and it turns out that the bun seems to be vegan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bun is vegan. Now here, again, like I don't like. This is really going into like the logic of things, and I don't. And I'll say it again. Like I'll preface it by saying, like I'm glad that something like the Beyond exists. There's better things out there, but hey, it exists and it's getting people to eat it, and Burger King is killing it right now. I think that's where the majority of their sales are coming from right now. It's a very popular item right now, and Burger King has like 14,000 stores worldwide. That's people can find a Burger King anywhere they go pretty much. And the fact that they're selling that and people are being turned on by that might be the beginning of somebody's vegan journey.
Exactly.
And they might be like, okay, well, now I'm going to look out what else
They're
is
like, that
vegan.
wasn't so bad. What's next?
Yeah, you're going to see, I think in the next 5-10 years, you're going to get people to say, like, when you say, hey, what made you go vegan? Like, well, I was eating Burger King like I did every Friday, and I decided to get that new Impossible because it sounded pretty cool. And I really liked it. And I figured, hey, if this is a little bit better for me and better for the animals and the environment, then why not try other things that are vegan? And that might have been their vegan journey, what got them started. A lot of people are saying things that I've already criticized in my original video, such things as, it's not vegan, they test on animals, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, all the stuff we heard.
Right. Okay, so the patty itself is vegan. If you were going to say that it's not vegan because they test on animals, then you got to go back and you got to say that pretty much nothing's vegan out there, because at one point every ingredient was tested on animals somewhere in order for them to be here in the United States FDA approved. So with that being said, that's a pretty but also you would say unless you're very privileged and you live in an area where you can go to an all vegan grocery store, which I can't, they're very far and few between. There were a few in Europe. There's one in Portland. There's one in California, and there's a few other ones scattered throughout. But unless you're doing that, you're probably shopping at a grocery store that also sells meat and dairy. So even though you're supporting, only vegan products there, you're still supporting the grocery store overall. So you have an argument there. And I mean, what about all these other things companies that are vegan friendly and they have vegan products, that people love to buy that are vegan products, but the rest of the company's not. So now we're kind of shunning one company but not the others. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Personally, I've never purchased an Impossible anything.
All you're doing right now is saying the pros and cons.
Exactly. And the fact that, yes, they did test on animals. So did a lot of other companies. They did test on animals. And actually, I'm the one that had the exclusive phone call with them. And I asked them, I said, hey, are you currently testing on animals? And they said, no, currently we are not. And I said, do you have any plans on testing animals in the future? And they said, we cannot rule that out. So, that's another reason why, I choose not to really support that. But also, I wouldn't buy a burger at Burger King anyway, that was cooked like that. I guess I'm too OCD about cross-contamination or whatever, but,
I'm honestly right there with you. I have no desire. I've driven past a Burger King very, very hungry without even thinking that there's something that I can eat in there. So unless I will say I've gotten the French fries before, because to me, I feel like that's the least thing that'll get contaminated. I know the McDonald's fries aren't vegan, the Burger King ones are, so I would get that. But I have no desire to eat that. But I have friends that will. That's I don't argue it.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a lot of good things.
I think
it's pointing in the right direction.
I guess at least, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Well, and I understand. You understand what nostalgia does for you, right?
Yeah.
Some people want to hear that crinkly
Yep.
package open. They want to be that like 15-year-old again, but eating
And some
that
people
burger.
aren't really. They don't. I mean, like again, veganism does not equal health. Like some
Yeah.
people are saying, like I could care less about the health part. And to be honest with you, like when I first went vegan too, like I didn't know if I was going to be healthy or not. I did it, and you know what? I was carefree. I was 18. I didn't care. I really didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Same.
And you know what? It was a hell of a lot better eating that way than we were eating before we were vegan in the first place.
Yeah.
You know?
Cheese alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
gross.
rather be eating those vegan junk foods than eating meat and dairy.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're rambling about our
Oh yeah,
our
your last,
druthers.
and the last video. Like, what other comments? There were a lot of the same comment, right, on that video. That's the fast food video.
And so in that video, I actually ordered the Chipotle Shantoodle, the Chipotle sofrito burrito, and Josh also got a burrito and a bowl, which out of everything we ordered, that would have been the healthiest, and everything there, minus for me at least, minus the shell, was all whole foods. Now, it is a little bit high in sodium, but other than that, everything is whole foods that we ate.
Yeah.
So and I like going to Chipotle because, well, I did some sponsored work for them last year. So when I did that, I took the opportunity to ask them about their ingredients and anything I had questions about, whether they were vegan or not. And sure enough, like they make the sofrito tofu part in like in a separate pan in the back room. It's not cooked with any of their meat or anything like that. The peppers and all that, it's all made on a separate grill than any meat or anything like that. And I like for me, and also somebody questioned this. They thought that the pinto beans were not vegan. They are absolutely vegan. So the beans are vegan, the rice is vegan, and I like at least all of the Chipotles I've been to, they have those all in one area, and I hate it when they don't have that. Like when somebody can grab some meat and then pull it over, and it's going to drop into the vegan stuff. They don't have it like that. They have all the rice together, all the beans together, and then they have the peppers and stuff like that. And then over there, then down the way, they have the meat and the cheese and stuff. And another thing about Chipotle that I like is I can watch it like a hawk. I can make sure that there's no cross-contamination going in. If I have a question about anything, and I hate to be that person, but they've always been super nice about it. I asked them, hey, like, I really want some of this, but I see a few pieces of cheese in this. And like, oh, no problem. We'll grab a new one in the back for you, and they'll do that. And they've always been really cool with that. But the one that we went to the other day, I said right off the bat, I don't like to go in and say, like, oh, I'm vegan, So I usually say, like, can I please ask you a huge favor just because of allergens and stuff, cross-contamination? Could you please change your gloves? And she's like, oh, no problem at all. And she's like, do I need to wash my hands? And she goes, what allergens do you have? And I basically at that point, I just said, well, we're vegan. And she rolled her eyes and didn't say another word to us the whole time. And I'm thinking to yourself, like, really? Do they have that bad of a stereotype that people think that vegans are that bad? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You want to do something good you want to like be kind to animals, and people like roll their eyes at you, basically is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that joke, how do you tell the vegan in a party? Don't worry, they'll let you know, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean, how many times have we heard
like,
these?
it's not about being self-righteous. It's like we had an awakening at some point where we're like, oh my God, things are unnecessarily dying and we need to stop. So there's way more urgency in somebody who's had that, like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Epiphany?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's that was the thing that I got not picked on, but like people roll their eyes. I'm like, Propaganda wrote a song about it. It's so frustrating.
It's cognitive dissonance is what it is.
Yeah.
They're facing their own guilt is what happens there. Someone else did that to me recently too. forget where. I was talking to Josh about it too.
Was it the salad place? Core?
Oh yeah. She ignored me after that. But I don't know. I've asked them several times. They've tried to work with me a couple times too, and they've come over and talked to me, even the owners, and they said, hey, we love that you're eating, because I usually post stuff while I'm there, and then they'll come over to me and they'll be like, hey, we're love that you're eating here, and if you have any suggestions or advice, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I said, don't put the vegan dressings in front of the non-vegan dressings, because there's a very big chance that the non-vegan dressings are going to drip into it. Put the vegan dressings like kind of separate so that doesn't happen. I don't mind if some of the vegan dressing drops into another dressing, but I definitely mind if the non-vegan dressing drops into it. And I've told them that literally 3 times on different occasions, and it's still exactly like that. So when I go there now, and like honestly, I go there because I got a few gift cards. It's still the same way. And I asked the employee working there. I said, hey, which one is the Thai cashew? And she said this one, and it was, sure enough, it was right in front of the creamy whatever non-vegan one, and it had drips of it. Yeah, I'm like, is there any way, just because of cross contaminant, could you please grab me a spoonful of that in the back room and have a new one? And she got like visibly frustrated with me. I mean, there's nobody there. They weren't busy. And she got mad that she had, to go grab a new one. And, like, that just turns me... When somebody acts like that... I've worked in the food industry, and I would be more than happy to help somebody out with something. And, when you're acting like that, when you're working with food, that... Right there, I mean, I can't... Like, for me, it puts me in a bad mood, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to confront her about it and say something, but I was like, no, just don't say anything.
I mean, because now you're talking about the culture of the company where they need to train their staff that the customer is always right, when you get hired. Can't bring your baggage in to work with you.
Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me. When I was, I think it was the last year that I went to Expo West, we were at the Follow Your Heart booth, and I tried this blue cheese dressing, and it wasn't vegan.
Really?
I feel like it was Follow Your Heart, but don't quote me on that.
Because they don't have anything that's not vegan.
Okay, so let me take that back. We were at some booth. And all these things were vegan, and I thought the whole company was vegan. It wasn't Go Veggie. I'll have to do my research, but there was a creamy blue cheese. I was like, oh, weird. I've never had blue cheese as a vegan. And I tasted it, and it was so gross. And then I'm like, is this real? And she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like,
I think I vaguely remember
it was Expo West. It was like one of the last days. I thought it was at the Follow. That's what blew my mind.
Yeah.
They're the ones that make Vegan-A's, right?
Yeah.
Follow Your Heart?
Yeah, they're all vegan. So
okay, then it was not them.
Yeah. So unless I know a company's all vegan, like I'm always asking about everything. And I actually saved Craig from eating something not vegan because it was Expo West. We went and they had a bunch of everything there that they had was vegan. So Craig just assumed everything was vegan, and the guy obviously wasn't vegan. He said, oh, you need to try some of that with this piece of cake. And Craig's like, oh, sure. I'm like, wait, is it vegan? He goes, oh, no, the cake's not vegan. And Craig's like, oh, thanks, Chris. Because, like, when you're at some place, you're kind of overwhelmed, and they're talking about everything being vegan. You just think that since they're talking to you about being vegan, that they are not going to try to offer you something that's not vegan.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm talking to you about, like, when Josh was trying to order that burger at Red Robin at your house, he said, like, he was asking about the buns being vegan. He goes, no, I'm vegan, and I just want to know.
And the guy's like, no one's ever asked that before.
No, the girl said,
oh,
do you want cheese on that?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, well, no, because that wouldn't be vegan. Oh, right. You know, it's...
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's like I got my eyes rolled at. I got somebody rolling their eyes at me twice within the last month by going, and I rarely ever go out to eat. You know, we did this for a video.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you have anxiety having to add. I'm sorry, can you just change your gloves? I don't want your cheese hands all over my salad.
It's funny too when you see somebody like Josh walking in, 6'7", big dude, and then saying, hey, do you got anything vegan? They're like, oh, you know?
Yeah. But you have a John Deere hat on. Okay, so 2 weeks out in the West Coast. We were talking about that for a second. What are you doing besides Expo?
Well, Expo is going to take up the first 4 days, like, completely. So I guess I'm getting out there exactly an hour after Josh lands. So Josh rented a vehicle. We're going to meet up. We can't check into our Airbnb for another, like, 3 or 4 hours. So we're probably going to go into LA, and I'm going to show him some places to eat. We're probably going to get some food. Mm-hmm. Indy, stop. Indy.
You're on camera for crying out loud. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
And then Expo starts. We have a really nice Airbnb, pretty cheap. It's in Huntington Beach. It's about 10 miles from Expo.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then Expo is going to occupy, you know how Expo is. It's going to occupy the next few days. Sunday is the day that it's Josh's last day there.
Okay.
And that's the day that I'm supposed to do that thing with Cesar. The limo thing.
Is Sunday the last day of Expo or Saturday?
Saturday is the last day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So after Expo, we still have that Airbnb for one more day. And we'll probably, hopefully, while Josh is still in town, go to LA and maybe meet with some people and show them some different foods out there that I really like. Mm-hmm. And then after that, like I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm staying at my friend's house, but she's out of town, so she's not even going to be there. I'm just going to be staying at her apartment.
You have to rent a car?
I don't have one rented or anything, so I don't really have money to do that.
Yeah, you might meet up with somebody though.
Yeah, so I'm either going to like meet up with people or spend that. I mean, I will because I'm still there for another week and a half, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'll meet, maybe not every day, but some of the days that I'm not, I'm just going to work on editing those videos. You know, obviously I'll probably do some live streams with you guys. And I don't know what else I'm doing, really. I felt like, you know, whenever I go to LA, I get a lot of work done. So I had no plans or anything, but I made my ticket for 2 weeks.
A lot of times, Expo and there's like normally like a vegan beer fest or something.
Yeah, well,
is that the same time frame?
No,
it's different this year.
It's vegan street fair.
Oh, okay, that's what
vegan
it is.
Street fair is like happening right after I leave.
Okay,
like a few days after I leave, which kind of sucks because I like going to that too.
Yeah.
But the Eat Drink Vegan is what you're talking about. That used to be Vegan Beer Fest. They changed it to Eat Drink Vegan, but last year was their last year.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm going back in June for the vegan YouTube house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. With Craig. Okay, what are some of these? I'm sorry if we missed a lot of your questions. We've just been like rambling today, but we got 69 people watching.
Oh,
69 dudes.
We should watch an old video for fun. Oh, but we don't have both sets of headphones.
We need that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us to both hear.
Yeah. I'd like to watch some old videos.
Yeah. Especially lately, I've been feeling super
nostalgic for the old vegan zombie stuff.
I've been listening to like music from 2002 to 2005. Actually, I've been listening to music like my favorite song when I was in 6th grade, my favorite song when I was in 7th grade, my favorite song when I was in 8th grade, all the way up.
Oh, nice. You know what we could do is I could just go to my last video, maybe answer a few questions live.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
The exam vid.
Yeah, I got to go to the big exam. But.
Oh, the Carol Ann joke. Linda wants to know.
Oh, yeah, so talk about the Carol Ann joke.
So we were at my parents' house. Why were you there?
It was 4th of July. We were all hanging out.
Okay, it was 4th of July. We were all hanging out on my parents' deck, and I grew up on a lake. So in the front yard, there's this big, giant lakefront.
I got footage of it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have footage of me yelling it? Can you show it to him?
I think I do have footage of it.
We probably have to hunt it down.
I have to find it, but I have actual footage of the story.
So anyway, my nephews were down swimming in the lake, and my mom was yelling, "Michael! Anthony!"
And it reminded you.
And it reminded me of the Poltergeist when that short little Italian lady is yelling, "Caroline! Caroline. So I started yelling that out into the lake for them, and my mom started to hit me and call me names. It was
Because every time she'd say it, you'd say Carol Ann.
Yeah.
She'd be like, John, stop it.
and then Chris would laugh. She's don't encourage him.
Oh, it was fun.
We'll find it. My mom is like my best friend.
What was I even looking for? Oh, my
You were
video.
looking for your last video. That guy.
Yeah, I got a...
What do you think? 5,000 in a day? That's pretty good, right? Or
I can hear over there. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm pausing the video. I can hear you say Carol Ann in his video over there.
oh, Caroline.
Okay, so people hate when I do this, but I'm just going to do it for a second because this is kind of weird. They hate when I complain about stuff, but, we all do it. So here's another example of what I mean by YouTube. So I posted the video the night before last, and then I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and, I had a pretty decent amount of views for only like 5 or 6 hours for my videos lately. It was 1,800 views. And I was like, oh, not bad. So I went through for the next 20 minutes, and I responded to all those comments. And then I refreshed it, and it was at 2,100 views. So I'm like, hey, I can't complain about that. It's been 6 hours. I got 2,100 views on a brand new video. That's pretty good for a new video for me. So then I went over to Instagram, and I did my, I answered direct messages and stuff over there. I went back to my YouTube to see how much I refreshed there. And when I refreshed it, it was at 1,400 views. I lost 700 views from there. And it never went back. It slowly went to where it is now. So somehow I got gypped of 700 or 800 views. I have no idea how. I don't know how it did that or why it did that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's very frustrating.
That's it.
My channel is cursed.
Your Channy.
Anyway, that's enough of the complaining. Hi, Kristen. Muella milk. Yeah. We did try that. It was at the banana milk.
I don't.
Banana and oat milk, almond.
I don't remember ever trying that.
It's at Wegmans. It's like got the koala on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that next to the panda pudding?
Panda pudding. You know about panda pudding? Man, all these stories we have. We've got decades of stories.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
In fact, like finding the real old footage and editing out all the swear words would be a fun video.
That would be, maybe we could just do one where like, this is an explicit video for you guys. And we just do all the swear words.
We can, yeah, that's true. But here's the thing. I swear a lot when we're not live.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I do too.
I swear a lot. But my biggest fear is like, I never know who's on the other end of that TV screen, computer screen. Like, I don't want to be the one that puts the first swear word into the 3-year-old's mouth.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, some mom might have just grabbed their 3-year-old and put him on her lap and be like, this is John and Chris.
She's like, hush, little baby. And I'm like, go in yourself. And then the baby turns around and looks up and says that.
Mom, go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't do it. It's like a nightmare of mine.
You can't contact YouTube. There's no way to contact YouTube. That's why it sucks if something's wrong, because there's no support. I mean, think about that. Do you know how many people they would need for support? Everybody has a YouTube channel.
Everybody should have their own personal person working for them.
Yeah.
Personal person.
I've always been hearing that almond milk is harmful to bees.
Did you say almond milk is harmful to bees?
That's what they're saying, but I mean, bees, they're doing what they do. That's what they do. They pollinate. They get honey. Now, what's harmful to bees is keepers that are taking their honey away from them. I mean, more government regulations of YouTube? I disagree with that.
We need more guns on the street.
Yeah. No, the government should be telling us what we can do and what we can't do. We're supposed to govern the government. If you need a headset, I have one. Oh yeah, but we need like one where 2 of them connect so we can both hear what's going on.
Gross. Wilder pooped on the floor, everybody.
What?
Oh yeah, Josh, we need like an adapter though.
We had one that one day, but it was really weak.
It doesn't. Yeah, like
It just wasn't working.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how to do that because I want to show you guys some older videos.
I have to return something at Best Buy that I bought for the computer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see if they have like a splice.
How's it working? Did you download DaVinci?
I downloaded. I haven't used it yet, and I downloaded OBS.
Okay.
And I'm gonna download Photoshop when I get back, and I think if I just created a whole video for the dogs, and I did it on my Mac, and I tried to upload it to a file, not to YouTube yet, just to put it on my desktop, and my computer started crashing. So when I get back from the farm, I'm gonna just start using that PC from now on.
Yeah.
That stinks. I spent like 12 hours, back and forth 12 hours editing that stupid video.
I prefer editing on my desktop, but editing on my MacBook it's convenient for like when I travel or if I don't feel like getting out of bed and just edit a video.
Do you use iMovie? Or
no, I use Final Cut Pro.
That's something, but I have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'll get there.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But you could also get DaVinci for free.
That's what I have right. Oh, for Mac.
You could get it on the Mac too. DaVinci is a really... I haven't personally used it, but I've seen it and I can see what you can do on it.
Yeah.
And it's all one. Like I use Premiere, which is great, but it's got separate things like After Effects and the sound and all this other things you have to open to do it. But DaVinci has it all built in within one. So you can do all the audio, you can do all your color correction and your editing all within one program.
Cool.
For free.
Yeah. Well, I'll mess with that, and then eventually I'd like to try the Final Cut.
Do I designate days off or do I work every day? I pretty much work every day. I don't designate a day off. I always find, sometimes I find work at the spur of the moment, which could be video content that I do, which I normally wasn't thinking about. I do that a lot when I go grocery shopping. I'm like, hey, maybe we should stop at Trader Joe's on the way home, and maybe I should do a video of what new items they have. And there you go. Now you guys have a new Trader Joe's video to watch. But that's unplanned, unscripted. Yeah, pretty much everything I do. Like if I were to go on a vacation somewhere, it would also be work because I would
you are
definitely
always,
take. So the way my mind works is anytime I see something amazing, I'm immediately grabbing my camera, my phone, and I'm doing a video. I'm like, I need to, I'd rather have it than not.
Before YouTube, you were doing that.
Oh yeah,
you were always capturing.
Yeah, before YouTube, I was doing that. Yes, I was.
That's the kind of thing where
I have some of my original camcorders downstairs too. The first one I ever bought, I don't have because I didn't like it, so I returned it. Like shortly after I bought it, and I bought a different one. But that was in the very early days, and it wasn't that good. The focus was all over the place. That was probably 1992. Oh, these are the comments that I was going to look through here. A lot of them I already recorded. All right, so the first one says, if you guys go back to New York City, maybe you can collab with Vegan Bodega Cat and check out Champs. That'd be cool to collaborate. I've been to Champs several times. I think the first time I was ever there was with this guy.
Me?
Yeah, not bad that day, but the last 3 times I was there was bad experiences, and I told myself I would never go back after the last one.
customer service stuff.
That and the food just sucked. And I don't know if it was an off day all 3 times, and the staff was completely. They were total jerks. And I went with Issa, and they were complete jerks to us, and for no reason at all. And that can really do it for me when there's somebody working there that just thinks they're better than everybody. I mean, that's the vibe I got. But
yeah,
I told myself I would never go to Champs again, but that's kind of stupid. So maybe I will go back there for a 4th time and maybe do a video. So I actually had a video of me and Issa going there, and I didn't show any of the video from there because I was kind of mad. So basically it was just me and Issa walking away talking about how we just went to Champs.
Yeah.
And that was it. But yeah, I got videos from back in the day. So anyways, I don't know. Let me say this. There's a bunch of vegan restaurants, and I hate to put vegan restaurants down because I think they're great, but there's a bunch of them that I've gone to that I will never go to again because of a certain reason or another. and they're legit reasons and stuff. And like I feel like if I did a video, I don't know if a video would be positive or negative. I feel like always being truthful in what I do, and I don't know. I haven't made a video about it, and I haven't really told anybody why or the names of those places, except for obviously Champs. But I think that might be a good video. I don't know. The first one I ever had a problem with, I mean, I've badmouthed ever since, and that was like 10 years ago, because they gave me cheese, and I hadn't eaten cheese in like 20 years, and it was a vegan restaurant that was mostly vegan.
Who gave you cheese?
I'll just say their
Oh,
name.
I know. In Rochester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never go there again. That's not cool.
No.
Okay, so let's get on to the next question. Oh, and Josh, in the other room, he already told me. He said he went from a 38 to a 36. He's already dropped 2 sizes. He's already losing weight. You know.
Sweet. Maybe I'll be able to beat him up another couple of sizes. His hand's bigger than my head. He could squash me like a grape.
Yeah, there's these most of these questions are talking about impossible testing on animals and stuff. Those burritos were massive.
They were big.
Yeah,
they're expensive, right? $12.
No, they're like 8. They're like
That's
free.
not that bad.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, and the other thing that people said that is pretty interesting, there's a couple of things. So when we went to the Dunkin' Donut one, he wanted the Beyond sausage, but it comes with cheese and egg. So he said no egg, no cheese. So basically it's just a dry sausage patty on an English muffin, and it costs like $4.85 for that. Now, people were saying that it's half the price if you say I want just a separate Beyond sausage patty, and also I want a toasted English muffin, and then it's like half the price. On the other side of that, over at Burger King, if you're looking to get the Whopper, the Impossible Whopper, it's normally I think he said it's either $9 for the burger with fries and a drink, or like $6 for just the burger, or you can go for the 2-for-1 meal and get 2 of them for $6, which is cheaper than. It's like, why would, and I don't think they tell you either when you do that. Like, well, it's cheaper if you just do this. I just spit all over my microphone.
Oh, hey, somebody asked, can I just answer 2 quick questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody asked how Eldo was doing.
Okay. And tell everybody who Eldo is that don't know.
Eldo is she's a baby calf that we rescued back in December, and she's blind.
On Mockingbird Farm.
On Mockingbird Farm, yep. And
we always got to say this like there's somebody new.
Yeah, you're right. You never know. Yep. There could be a brand new person here who doesn't even know who I am.
Somebody was just born, brand new.
So yeah, Mockingbird Farm, I'm the co-founder of, trying really hard to move out to the farm right now. It's 2 hours away from Syracuse. And Eldo is a baby calf. She was a beef cow, right? So
she got lucky.
She was born blind, and the mother was. Long story short, we took her in a couple months ago. We've got a couple videos of her on my channel, and you should definitely check them out. And she's doing really well, actually. She's responding more to my voice when I'm there, and I'm able to get her to kind of move where I need to just by being really gentle when I talk to her. She's eating a lot. And I'll be at the farm tomorrow through Saturday, so hopefully I'm going to get some good video with the new camera. I think Janelle's actually out doing chores as we speak before she goes to her.
Are you liking that new camera? I sold John. No.
I bought it.
Craig bought. Yeah, Craig sold you this camera. Same camera I was
you have the same. Yeah.
And I sold you my computer.
Yes, I have all new stuff.
And it's a good computer.
It is.
The only reason I got a new one is because my buddy got a new one and decided to sell me his. So I bought his.
His was way better.
Well, actually the one you have is almost as good as that one, but the only difference is mine has a capture card. That's why I have 3 monitors here and all that. So that's why I did that. You can have 2 monitors in yours, but I don't know if you can have 3.
Okay.
But hey, that's good.
That's fine. I'm listening because I'm like, okay, I'm like taking notes. And then there was another question. Mockingbird has a chance to win a $500 donation from a plumbing company. Actually, they have like a nonprofit like giveaway.
Well, that's a perfect thing to give it away to.
Yeah, so if you guys go to our Facebook page, the Mockingbird Farm, I think it's Mockingbird Farm Animal Sanctuary.
Mockingbird Farm NY.
Well, that's our hang on. Mockingbird Farm Sanctuary. Aw. Look at her. That's Sophie right there. But anyway, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a little contest. You should click on it. All you have to do is enter your email address and you can vote for Mockingbird. We're 2 days away. We can win $500 and that'll help pay for a lot of hay.
Hey, that's
Hey.
awesome. That's awesome.
Anyway, I started my way through that. I'm sorry, Chris.
What are you taking some of my stuttering?
Yeah,
I'm taking some of
yeah,
your
yeah.
Clear speaking classes. So, Produce wants to know why I have 3 monitors for editing because I can. No, but for real, like what I do, I definitely need this.
This is a perfect setup.
Yeah.
When you've
So
got going
what
on.
we have here, you guys can't see it because you're not looking at it, but I have the main screen right here where I can see all of your questions, and it's big so I can actually read them. And then on this screen, it shows the live version of what we're doing on my OBS editor, my OBS program from what we're actually streaming this from. And then on the other one way down over here, anything I want to show you guys, like when I come over here and I show you, that's over there. So that's what you see over there. So I have 3 monitors. It works perfectly, for when I stream, when I edit, stuff like that. It's perfect. Back to some of these questions. There was another one. Somebody wanted to know from the video yesterday, what did Red Robin say about the fries? So it was kind of weird. Over the phone, he just didn't know the answer. For a minute, I'm like, well, what's going on here? But he was very nice about it. He said he was embarrassed that he didn't know the answer. He would try to find out. So when we got there, he said, look, I don't know what the ingredient. I've never had an answer like this, but he said, I don't know because we get these through a third party and they might use some kind of brine that they don't have to disclose to us. And I'm like, well, usually everything would be on the package, the ingredients, it would have to be. Now, unless he's talking about maybe there's natural flavors and he wasn't sure what those were and he wanted to be more safe than sorry. So it came to the conclusion of, he said, I don't know if they're vegan, so he didn't feel comfortable. So Josh never got those fries. But he also said the same thing about the pickles. Now, he got real. I mean, I've never heard of pickles not being vegan, but he said, I don't know about the brine or anything they use for the pickles or the relish. So, that's...
He's afraid of, but all brine is salt water.
Yeah.
Like you put meat in brine when you want to
Exactly.
season it. So I think he's just a little.
Yeah, well,
but I get it. Like I would rather tell you that something's not vegan.
We waited
than
about
say
an
it is.
hour, so I'm thinking. I mean, this guy went above and beyond. I think he might have, because he went back and he told us that the buns, there's 4 buns that were vegan, because at first the girl said there was just the lettuce wrap, so we actually got a vegan bun with it. And then it took we were there for about an hour after we called 20 minutes earlier. It was like, we were like, this is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
He gave him a discount, and he also, I think he might have had the guys in the back clean the grill from where they cooked it.
Oh,
So there was no cross-contamination on that
nice.
burger for Josh. Anyway, what kind of questions do we got from you guys here?
Thank you guys for voting for Mockingbird. I'll let you know next week if we win, or follow us on Facebook.
He must be a huge meat eater and think we eat grass. Yeah, for real. But it was just really weird, and I know I've already kind of mentioned this earlier on the stream, but just to go into a place like this and people being completely clueless to what vegan is in 2020. When you work in a food industry, you need to know, when I worked in the food industry, I had to go at least through some lame class where I had to know what was what and how to store different things and how to clean up after certain things. Wouldn't they tell you well, people with allergens, or this is an omnivore diet, and this is a vegetarian diet, and this is a vegan diet, and this is you know these things when you work in food.
I mean,
especially when you're a general manager.
Yeah, it's tough because when you're talking franchises, I can see going into somebody that owns the restaurant and they create all their own food, but these are franchises that get stuff. And really all you had to do is look at the frozen package in the freezer and read all the ingredients, and if it had natural flavors, then obviously you have to contact the third party yourself. But just sounds like a really nervous guy.
Let's see what we got. Celia says night.
Oh, good night, Celia.
Aurora just came on. Yep, you're missing a lot, but you can always go back and watch everything that we did. Produce. The McDonald's fries are not vegan. They infuse them with like lard. They pack them with lard, which is weird, but that's their formula. McDonald's got in trouble serving their fries, and yeah, because they don't eat cow. They're sacred cow.
Oh yeah.
Trini, what did I miss? Can't stay. You need to stay. No, you didn't miss anything. We're boring.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the whole thing later. It's real. We're talking about you. Like most of the thing, we're like Trini is so awesome. We can't wait to hang out with her again. You never met her, right?
No, but we're gonna try to go to Expo East.
You better go
because it's in Philly. Philly?
Better. Yep.
Philly this year.
Yep. French fries packed with lard. Yes, it's true. It is true.
And
it's
you know what's weird, Chris?
It's fluctuated. Weird at the same time.
We did. Jinx.
Double jinx padlock.
Oh, dang. I lost.
Okay, what were you saying?
It's weird because if you look at the history of the French fry at McDonald's and Burger King, at one point McDonald's fries were vegan, like either in the late 90s or early 2000s.
When I was younger, when I first went, they were vegan.
And Burger King wasn't.
Yeah.
And then they flopped.
Yeah.
They flip-flopped.
Well, they changed how they were making them, and then they decided to actually have a formula. I watched the whole video on it because I watched somebody from a third world country make French fries exactly like these were all vegan too. He made vegan French fries for a whole town of little kids. A whole town of kids. I'm sure they had parents, but it was for all the little kids.
There's just a town where they send kids.
And he basically made it out in the wilderness in the jungle, and he made them just like.
When did you put this here?
I put them there when you were talking. I was seeing how.
Do you want me to eat one of them?
Yeah, well, they're vitamin ones, so they're not like they're good. But
are you supposed to eat the whole bag all at once? Do you like how I completely interrupted your French fry talk when you put food in front of me?
Yeah. No, eat them. Try one.
Do you eat them all, or am I gonna die of too many vitamins?
I ate a couple of them. Josh likes gummies, so I want him to try them. You're getting your vitamins from them, but it's not like you're not gonna get vitamined out. They're for kids, or for John.
So anyway, this guy makes a bunch of fries for kids.
Yeah, he's got a ton of potato. He cuts them all up. He peels them all. He slices them with a slicer. I mean, there's a ton of them. You guys should watch it. It's got millions of views. Some of you probably have seen it. And then he puts it on like a pan or a huge pan over a campfire, and he starts cooking them. But then he takes them off like before they're done, and then flash freezes them with basically. I mean, they do it in industrial places, but he's doing it in the wilderness with ice and stuff. Like he puts ice over them and stuff. That does something chemically for him. I'm not sure what, but he does that to them, and then after they're done doing that, he cooks them again, and he puts some some paprika, salt and stuff like that on them. And when they finally come out, when they're done, they're like a nice crispy McDonald's French fry. And then he gave them to all the kids, and it just looks so good. I'm like, wow, So
can we watch this video right now?
I mean, we could. You guys want to watch that? I don't know if I'll get a copyright claim because of it, but
it's your little bears. That's cute.
Yeah, cute little bears. Have you guys? Who in the audience here has seen the video that I'm talking about?
What is it? YouTube FrenchFriesForKids.com.
I think it's in India.
Is that the guy?
It's this guy right here. Okay, there's two of them. One of them is Grandpa Kitchen, and he makes all of those. But this is the most recent one. I saw 42 million views. So.
Good, a KFC recipe.
Let me just see what this is real quick. I can kind of fast forward through it a little bit. Skip the ad. Okay, so here we go. You know what? I'm going to take... Quick. I probably already got copyright claimed on that. I got to take the music out of it.
They're pretty good, man.
Okay, so I got the sound down on this. They're eating the fries. And then, okay, so this is your grandpa. Those are the potatoes.
What are those Yukon Gold potatoes?
Janine saw it. Okay, the crispy French fries. We'll just kind of narrate it for you guys. I got the sound completely off, by the way. Okay, so this is what we got to do. We should do this and put like totally mess it up.
French fries have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah. So, let's get rid of the ad. Yeah, you got to clean them off.
Okay, guys, really quick while he's peeling all these, I just want you to know that I used to bag potatoes.
You did.
When I was 14 years old, even when I was a young vegan. And I was the fastest potato bagger.
You
I
were.
learned from your brother. He taught me the tricks.
So my brother taught you how to play guitar and
Dude.
bake potatoes.
First of all, I watched the Why I Went Vegan video that you posted of me, and I hate it.
Wait, why?
I think I can do a way better job, but
Yeah,
I
you
need to
should.
give more credit to your brother.
So this is the ice cube part real quick.
Okay.
So they put all the ice cubes and they're probably in like are they in India? I think they're in India. Can we do this in my backyard?
100%.
We'll just try not to step in Indy's
You
poop.
know how Indy feels about potatoes, though. Remember when we made the potato salad?
Okay, so you got really cold fries right there, and then they're gonna go right into like they clean it off. We got to have a campfire. Oh, we should make a campfire, do this, and then go to Whole Foods and get pizza.
Where?
In the Adirondacks.
Oh, that's a good idea. You and Craig can get chased by a bear.
Yeah. Okay, so we did so far. This is what we're doing. I actually saw the video. Oh, there's going to be an ad playing. Okay, so now there's a full ad playing. So anyway, I watched the entire video of how McDonald's actually does it too. To see how they got it. Like one of those behind your theme. Grandpa Kitchen. Okay, Grandpa Kitchen. Okay, now they're putting. I think that was cornstarch that they were putting on it. You get them all nice and uniform. Let's fry the French fries. Okay. So they got this little fry thing.
It's like a giant kind of wok.
And they're just going to put it down in there. Look at that. Only for a little bit. Only for a little bit. And then they take them out. And then they dry them off. Oh, salt. You got to put salt on it. And paprika.
Oh, there it is. That Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yep. But once they're all mixed together, you can't tell because it kind of just...
All the flavors just blend
Yeah.
right in.
So they're not done yet. They have to go back in, I think. Oh, no, they're done. They're done. Ketchup, fries. Who wants French fries now? Why is there a dog under me? No, dude, there's wires down here. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Go sit down. So...
Man, I want French fries.
So now he goes and he gives them to all the little kids in town.
In the village.
And they all get to eat French fries and we don't.
Oh, look at him. Little guy.
They look good, though. Don't you want French fries now?
Yeah, kind of.
Who wants French fries? I just made everybody want French fries. But that's a really cool video. I liked it a lot. 4 million other people did, too. Back to us, guys.
Oh, Produce wants to know, you have any seafood substitute recipes?
Seafood substitute. Kelp.
We've never
Seaweed.
made anything though. You and I have never.
Well, the reason why we never did is because
Neither one of us like seafood.
It's just like a huge turnoff.
I did try.
I made the tuna noodle casserole with if you're talking, Good Catch has some really really good products. They have a vegan tuna, and I just made a vegan tuna sandwich. I got to make it for Josh, and I made it with the Mediterranean herb. Dude, I never liked tuna fish, but that was pretty good. Put some of that veganese in there and some chopped pickle for relish. So good. They did do the double fry. They did. I just kind of fast forwarded too far.
Or they didn't boil it, right?
No, they put them in there. They fried it and then they took it out.
So they fried it and then they shocked it in cold water and then fried it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could go watch that video to make sure. Maybe I'm pretty sure they did the double fry, and they talk about why they did it too. Oh yeah, the hearts of palm. You can make like fish and chips and different fish things with that.
I did have a fish and chips in Mohawk,
Mohawk Bend.
the place in LA.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Mohawk Bend. It's like
Yeah.
a restaurant.
Yep.
It was pretty good. They used avocado
Yeah.
and then they flavored it somehow.
Yeah. I put dulse in my food last night.
Dulse flakes are probably my absolute like go-to if I need to put sea vegetables in something.
Yeah.
It's the only one that I can really tolerate. Like anything like hajiki or arame or however you say arame, that's too much of a fishy taste for me. I can't.
And it's also good if you're like on a very low to no salt diet and you want to get, because dulse has more iodine than salt. So there you go.
Thyroid.
Yep.
Sophie's Kitchen made us shrimp.
They did,
And I liked that.
Well,
I
you
thought
know
it was
who
good.
else has shrimp is Meiwa.
Do you guys have some downstairs?
No, we didn't buy it.
Dang it.
Josh thought it was real shrimp.
It looks real.
I mean, Josh, everything here is vegan. Even these, and these were super good. Jerky. Wait, where'd they go? Why are they gone?
I want some of that.
Well, there's another one downstairs that's jerky that I didn't. I bought 3 of each brand.
Okay.
There was 2 brands. Those ones are the good ones. The other ones I didn't care for, but I have one of those downstairs if you want to try it.
We gotta go that's all the way down there. Do you have anything up here we can try?
Well, what do I have up here? I have a vegan cuts box that I have to open, and
But you gotta do that on a separate.
we have 75 people watching, and we're just sitting here talking about vegan cuts boxes and food.
Yep.
Did you eat that red?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was placed right here in front of
Yeah.
my face, and I was like, you know what?
It was there for next time. I think Josh brought it up, and then he.
I thought he brought it up and put it here for me.
Yeah. What'd you think of those gummies, by the way?
I liked them.
Okay.
Girl, you got that gummy. All right, sorry about that.
It was really cold in here earlier, and now I'm like dying hot.
I need here snacks. The snacks all the way downstairs that's too much labor.
I got snacks somewhere. Where's my snack?
Well, there's a parsley and Vago bar somewhere.
Parsley.
I know I saw
Oh wait,
it.
where is it?
I know I saw it.
Right there.
I'll just give me 1 square.
Okay, we're gonna ration this out. So Vago, 1 square. If I eat one, then I'll eat like the rest of it. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna give it to you. Show them like a big close up. Best chocolate in the world.
Almost. Look at it. Just look right at it, you guys.
Throw it aside view.
Look. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at those nuts. Look at those nuts.
I think I'd pull it back a little further.
Oh, pull it back a little bit. Just dial it back.
Actually, bite into it and then show them.
Okay.
It's always good with some bite marks in it, right?
Whoa. Look at all the nuts there.
I gotta cover my eyes, otherwise the focus will center on my eyes.
I'm just going to take small bites so I can really enjoy this.
Baby bites. We're making everyone jealous with those fries and chocolate and how about a free car wash?
Let me try it. I'll eat it.
Oh man.
Yep.
Good?
Yeah.
Still good? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It's good.
This makes me wish we could go back to Germany. I want to relive that tour again.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that we have it all.
You know what we should have done?
We have a whole video.
We should have
vlog
done.
of it.
You know, like bands always release an album every other year. We should be releasing a cookbook every other year and just touring the world with it.
We should.
Even if the recipes are terrible, we'll still have all our friends in every city.
Instead, you could buy our last cookbook for $1,000 on Amazon.
I'll tell you what. Instead of that, pay us $1,000 and we'll come and make everything from the cookbook for you.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to Amazon right now, somebody is, because you can't buy our book anywhere anymore. It's out. I can't even sell them. But if you go to Amazon, somebody's selling it for like $894, which is ridiculous. And I don't know who's selling it, but good for them. Do I think it's possible to make chocolate fries not chocolate covered? Yeah. Yep. I would probably ask Hercules Candy, but you could probably make anything that has.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could probably do it with a little mold. You can make a little mold for it. Chocolate mashed potatoes. Vegan Police was gifted my cookbook from a friend. What a bad present. Were you like mad that they got? No, just kidding.
Dude, that cookbook rules. It's got a comic in the beginning of it.
Oh my god,
I'm
it's
super
such a-
proud of it. Even
Dude,
if it's
let's
the
talk
worst,
about it for a minute.
even if it's the worst vegan cookbook that's out there, I made a cookbook.
What are you talking about? The worst cookbook?
I'm
out
saying
there?
even if it is, like
But it's
even
not.
no, I like it.
We won an award. We won an award for this. This was best cookbook of the year, 2014. This is our cookbook, guys. This was completely fan funded by you guys. Kickstarter, successful Kickstarter, the first one we ever did. And then it says my name and John's name, and our illustrator is Rob Kramer. That was our little logo there back in the day. Cook and Survive, which I chose that name, Cook and Survive. And then there's our little table of contents, all of our recipes. There's a couple more pages on there. And then this gets exciting. Well, this tells a little bit about John and myself right there. Signed by me. And then right here, this is where I like, it's a little comic book that tells the story of the vegan zombie. Just a very brief story. As you can see, there's Indy the pup, John making food, stuff like that.
I was thinking like
He turned us into a cartoon, like for real. Like there's me right there in the middle, right there. And then John's at the bottom. Our friend Nick is up there with the this. And then the other people on this were people that donated extra on the Kickstarter. So we turned them into a part of our cookbook, and we featured them in our cookbook. So they got a little part in there. And then we have pictures for just about every single recipe, because we hate cookbooks that don't have pictures of what we're trying to make. Because we want like a...
Dude, talk about the omelet for a minute.
We made this omelet. I made this omelet. I perfected it.
This is 100% you.
Back 7 years ago, this was 7 years ago, when the internet was pretty much new with vegan channels. So there wasn't very many out there. I think that was one of the only ones at the time.
They even like
Oh yeah, that's another country.
a whole other country
They made that. Like, what else do we have?
made words.
I would say that our pictures, looking at it, since I'm the one that did all the pictures myself, not being a professional, I would say they're okay, but like I criticize them because some of them I took with my iPhone 5.
Well, I would say like right
four.
like flipping through this. I mean, it was a completely crowd-funded,
Yeah.
and
I mean, they're all there. All the pictures are there and stuff, but I mean, I would say I'd like to go back and do them better.
yeah, better lighting. And
Like
stuff.
this right here. I don't know if you know where I took this picture from.
No.
Okay, so earlier on, if you've been with us this whole video, earlier on, John was talking about how he was screaming Carol Ann in his mom's house. This was at his mom's house on the 4th of July, on the tablecloth.
Really?
That's the tablecloth for the 4th of July. I took that with my phone.
So that day, I yelled Carol Ann.
Yes, Carol Ann.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's part of the cookbook there. Let's see what other things.
Carol Ann is part of the cookbook, you guys. That's history. That's some.
Our No Killy Philly. This was an amazing cheesesteak that we made so long ago, and then we did a contest to try to name it, and then somebody named it the No Killy Philly, and we thought it was really. It was between that or the Zombogi, Hoagie. There was a couple other ones that I don't remember.
Dude, I was so excited when
Your chili won like competitions and stuff.
when I tested out the No Killy Philly seitan
Yeah.
for the first time. I
my
remember.
God.
Did we text message back then? Or did we?
I don't know if we were texting back then. We were just calling. We got lasagna rolls that we made. We just mac and cheese. Oh, the first video we ever did, the first recipe we ever did on YouTube are these stuffed shells. This is 11 years ago we're talking about. Stuffed shells. You gotta go.
No, I'm just putting this French book back.
Okay. The penne that you made from your mom's recipe.
Oh, that's the Covetels, right?
Yeah. Now, this didn't translate very good to the German or French, but the way we did it was, "You're my hero," or a gyro. Or
And people
gyro,
are like, that doesn't.
hero.
That doesn't.
If they're not saying it right, then obviously. Wait, we got static going on? What's going on here? Putting cashew and chili was like an extra. It was an extra goodness, and when they all get roasted in there, and you got that extra, they really go down to like a very. They're not hard anymore. They're nice and
they
soft.
dissolve almost like
Yeah.
the beans like melt in your mouth sort of thing.
Ruth, Minnesota. Is that Minnesota
It could be.
or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Yeah, we knew that. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Ruth says, we've been watching for years. Thank you for your content. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And the fact that you've been watching for years, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's some of you out there that have still been watching.
Dude, when I was when we were at Syracuse Veg Fest,
Thank you.
I haven't been. I mean, I've been part of the Vegan Zombie forever, but I haven't really been super full time. And so many people came up to me and they're like, "Dude, thank you so much. We've been vegan for blah blah blah."
That's
because
what
of your
makes me
videos."
want to keep doing this.
I know,
Even
me
when
too.
I'm frustrated, I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm like, there's so many people that are like, you know what? You helped me go vegan, or I watch your videos, or I love your like, if you love our content and stuff, and we've been doing this for so long, like, how can, like, I don't want to stop doing it. I love doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember this recipe? We had to do it like 5 times because it didn't work the first couple.
I have a funny picture of you actually.
We actually did it 3 times.
Yeah, we did it 3 times.
The first time, it just didn't come out right. The second time, I filmed the whole thing. It came out perfect. I filmed the whole thing. I'm like, John, the sound wasn't on. It's like, oh my God. So then, we met up again another time and we did it again and finally it worked.
I was so bummed because the second time, I think the video was perfect. We were funny, but I had to leave that night to record the next EP for the Scarlet Ending, and I was going to be gone for like a week and a half straight. And so we didn't end up getting to put that out until like the end of it took us a whole month to make that recipe.
Yeah, we did a lot like that. But back then I think the production that we put into there, we were only releasing one video every 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah. Isn't that
At the
crazy?
beginning. And now it's like I need to do 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But we had full-time jobs other than that. I was supporting the Vegan Zombie through my full-time job. Carol Ann is a reference to Poltergeist. Basically, real quick recap. John's mom was at a 4th of July party at John's parents' house. She was yelling down to your nephew, I think, like, Michael! And then John said that it kind of reminded him of the little lady in Poltergeist. I forget her name, but Zelda played the character. Her name was Zelda in real life. And the part where she's like saying Carol Ann. So John was like, Carol Ann! And your mom was getting like so annoyed with you because you kept doing it.
Every
like,
time
over and
she'd
over.
yell my
Carol
nephew's
Ann! She's like, John, you stop it.
Carol Ann!
So I told him to say that last night at the super chat. This is the most underrated recipe I think we have. Everybody that's tried it has loved it. We made it for Craig's parents. I made it for my mom. The vegan pot pie. We called it the post-apocalyptic pot pie. Super good recipe and video.
That's one of my favorite videos, actually.
Yeah, zombies and all kinds. I love this one too. The acorn squash, peppers with coat. Oh, the shepherd's pie. The behind the scenes of that one, we could tell a whole. I should find the videos. We actually filmed that at Woodstock Farm Sanctuary. Late at night, we were super scared. We heard all these noises and the toilet was flushing by itself. It was really fun.
And Cody was with us. That was a lot of fun.
Cody was with us.
Dude, now that I have that,
Everybody
other
wants the
camera,
cookbook now. The other camera.
We are trying to find another publisher, so we can re-release this cookbook, right? Because I think it would be a really fun thing to have for like next Halloween for people to buy and Christmas.
There's a couple publishers that I just see. I was already trying to get everything over to a new publisher, but I needed the actual what is the word I'm looking for? The frame of everything we did, like the files.
Oh yeah.
And Justin, for whatever reason, wouldn't or couldn't give them to me. He I don't know if he saved them or not, or he tried to explain to me that it was in his own. I don't know, but I couldn't get those files. So I'm hoping that they can take my PDF of the book and do it themselves.
I tried asking my brother a couple of times to get us a price to like just print them, even a limited 50 books at a time.
I mean, at this point, I just want them out there for people. Like, we never made any money on the other one, so like it's not going to matter.
It wouldn't matter, yeah.
I don't even care.
It's more like having it in the homes of all of our friends.
Can you believe that? We never got 1 penny from royalties for our cookbook. Not a single penny. It's the kind of cookbook where I feel like we missed a lot of opportunities, because anytime I had this at a Veg Fest and people saw it, we sold out of every one of them, of every Veg Fest I've been to. People pick it up and they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's not your average cookbook, and then they buy it. And they either buy it for themselves or somebody they know, or a gift or a present. And it seems like, that's, I didn't really sell a lot online when I, and the only ones that I could sell were the ones I bought myself from the company and then sold them. So those are the only ones I sold, but there was never really too many sales until I would go to places and people would pick them up. But also, we missed out on a huge opportunity because Barnes & Noble's contacted me 2 times. They contacted me, not the other way around, and they wanted to carry my book. And I'm like, I would love to give you my book, but they wouldn't take it from me. They would only take it from my publisher or distributor. Now, our publisher distributor were in Germany. So you should know that Barnes & Nobles will not buy books for full price. They buy it at a very discounted price, and then they sell it. And the fact that they would sell it in their store is a huge thing for a publisher. So I wanted them to do that. But after the price that they would pay me and the price that it would cost for them to be shipped over from Germany, and then the price for them through customs, I would be paying them to sell my book. And I couldn't afford to do that. And why would I?
Yeah.
So we kind of got...
We learned a lot of lessons.
Screwed. This is another... I just redid this pizza recently, but this was a broccoli spinach stuffed pizza. Super good. One of my favorite things to make.
Yeah.
Made this on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite recipes you make as well.
Pizza rolls. Now, I didn't think that this would do well. We were supposed to film a video at John's original apartment, and I think the recipe you had, you didn't have the ingredients, or you just wasn't working for you.
No, it was... I didn't have any time because I had Max and I was living at my parents' house. And I was like, Chris, I don't have a recipe. You're like, dude, let's just make the pizza rolls.
I'm like, yeah, people aren't going to like this recipe probably because everybody knows how to make pizza, but let's just do it anyway because I don't have anything else. And we made it, and people loved it. And I don't know why I thought that, but it became one of our most viewed videos ever. Pizza rolls. I learned how to make these when I worked at a New York-style pizzeria when I was a teenager. I learned a lot of pizza making skills there. Your chocolate mousse. Remember this? I think we only made that once.
We did.
We made this with our friend who's also a chef, and we went to his house in Buffalo.
We tested that recipe, the tofu recipe.
We tested
the poached pear recipe.
This is a lifesaver too. If you need to make a quick cake, a delicious quick cake, bam. I made that real quick too, and then my brownies were good.
Your brownies were like the go-to recipe on the cruise ship when we were in Germany. It was like every time they came out perfect.
Do you remember any of the recipes, or do you refer back to the book? For certain things like baking and stuff, I definitely refer to the book. Other things I just throw together. I'm not the kind of person that normally uses cookbooks. This was good. The poached pear. Look at that.
Yeah, that was...
Now, it has the phyllo dough on the outside, so that's not the actual pear. It's wrapped in phyllo dough, pastry dough. Oh, man, that was super good. And then your peanut butter...
So this I have a funny story about those peanut butter cookies. We used to sell the cookbook where I worked at the garden center, and we would sell every single time. I would sell 15 books at a time, and after like a month we would sell it, which I think is pretty good because it's a garden center selling a cookbook.
No, they used to buy like 25 off of me.
Was it 25? Okay. Either way, and it was like every month we would sell out. Anyway, one of my coworkers ended up buying this cookbook because there was a wedding that
Such a crappy
I think
photo.
her daughter or son was getting married.
Such a crappy photo.
And there were some people that were going to be vegan, so the caterer asked if there were any recipes that she knew of, and she gave them our cookbook, and they made the peanut butter chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Yeah.
And they ended up being so good that they put those on their permanent catering menu.
Where's our royalties?
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody else opened a restaurant. I forgot who. Somebody opened a restaurant with our recipes.
Yes, we got that. We were
was
like,
like, what?
hey, we've been open for a month now. We love, we use half your recipes in our in our restaurant. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, that's cool.
I love this. We kind of did like an Indiana Jones kind of style video at the beginning, but the baked tofu, so good. Baked tofu.
Oh yeah,
And then coming down to the end of the cookbook, we have. Where is it? Oh, there's our seitan. See, the picture doesn't look good, but it's one of the best seitans I've ever had.
I know.
And then I didn't forget the pup. We got some dog treats that I made for Indy the pup, so he's in there too. Old picture of him.
Oh, listen. So Luna Hawk said, "Would you consider doing a cookbook with Whole Foods recipes?"
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This was the Vegan Zombie Cook and Survive. Back when we made this, it was, a lot of people were new to veganism. The internet was new. I was not yet like a health-centered vegan. I was mainly just like whatever. And a lot of comfort foods. These were the foods that people were like, yeah, I'd go vegan, but I can't do without this or that. So we went ahead and we made all these vegan comfort foods. My idea for my second book was going to be the Vegan Zombie Cook and Thrive, where we did like really healthy whole food recipes, juice recipes, maybe some smoothie bowls and stuff like that. So the second book is going to be more colorful and vibrant with healthy foods. And
I think that's a great idea, and the storyline could continue.
We got in these actual paw print. Obviously, it's reduced to a smaller size, and then there's the thank you picture with John and me. This is, you got to remember, that's way back when I was uncomfortable to be in front of the camera, so I was almost nowhere. I'm not even on the cover of the book. It was all John. I'm like, I don't want to be anything. I was too afraid to do that. But it's kind of funny because when people see this, like, it kind of looks like you or me.
Yeah.
When I got the beard and my hood. So it could be either of us.
That's right.
I'm probably a zombie in the back. And then the back of it, I should just say this real quick. The back of it, we had a little blurb from Terry Hope Romero, who is the co-author of Veganomicon.
She also is the author of like my favorite. She co-authors with Issa all the time. So her cookie cookbook,
used to, yeah.
Yeah, the pie cookbook. Those things are so good.
Now the funny thing about this book is it has this on the back, so it's a defect. It was just something that I couldn't get off the back, and I had already signed this for somebody, so it's for Lindsay. And then I'm like, oh man, I can't give this to Lindsay with the back looking like that, so I just gave her another book. And so if anybody's named Lindsay and needs a cookbook, it's one of the last ones we have that exists. It's got a little defect on the back, but anyway, that's a little bit of a story there. Is it John or Craig? Well, it's actually Josh. Yeah. Kat is signing out. Well, thank you, Kat, Charlie, for hanging out with us. Some vegan nuggets. Those sound good. See you later. What is Google?
What's a Google?
What's a Googleplex? Barbecued watermelon. I had some dehydrated watermelon. I never had the barbecued one. I think it's interesting, and I would like to try it.
I'll try anything that's vegan.
I will too.
I don't know if I'll like it.
Josh was showing me today. Josh was showing me that he wanted to try the mushroom steaks that Derek Sarno makes.
Oh, they look so good.
Yeah.
The pressed barbecued ones. I saw his picture on the Instagram today. The old Instagram machine.
IG. Oh, is that what he posted today? I didn't see it yet. Barbecue watermelon does not sound or look appealing. You're right, it doesn't, but I'll try it.
Yeah. You never know.
Because I know it's vegan, so...
You never
Oh,
know.
Josh fell asleep. He texted me that he fell asleep. Do I have any tips on how to eat vegan in other countries? You've been to more countries than I have, but all the countries I've been to, I haven't had a problem. I can see how in certain areas of certain countries it might be harder, especially if you can't read the ingredients or convey your concerns to other people. And for some countries, it's like considered like disrespectful and stuff if you don't eat what they give you. So, I would keep that in mind and always do the research before you go somewhere to find out what is vegan, what's vegan friendly, where you can go to eat. And maybe even if you have to say it in another language, learn how to say what your restrictions are in that language. That's what I would do. Now, we've been to Germany and it was very vegan friendly in Germany, so we didn't have a problem. We actually went to an all vegan restaurant or grocery store. Where else did we went to? We were in Puerto Rico for the cruise.
Yep.
And we went there and we went to a vegan restaurant. We kind of hiked up our way to the vegan restaurant. And it was pretty good. I remember that was the first time I had yuca fries. That was pretty good. Where else did we go? We were in Costa Rica, but we didn't really eat there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Obviously, Canada is pretty much like the United States as far as that goes. I haven't really been to too many other places outside of Germany and a few Caribbean places. Canada.
When I traveled with you, everywhere we went was extremely easy.
Yeah.
When I traveled with the band, that was a whole different story, right? Because we went because we were vegan. People releasing a cook. That like the food was it was very food centric. But when I was in the band and we traveled, we were over in the Middle East. We were in Greenland, Germany. What I would do when I would prepare for like being gone for a month at a time, I'd have like 1 or 2 boxes of Cliff Bars. And then I would literally just eat what I knew was vegan. Salad, French fries, chips, pretzels. But it would actually be fruits, vegetables, like stuff that we 100% knew was vegan. We didn't mess with anything else. And a lot of times we were on like military bases. So we had a pretty good choice. But it was hard, like going from town to town. If you stopped at a gas station and there wasn't anything, I would just be like,
I would think you could go to like a market and at least at the very minimum find like, if you can't even read, like if you went somewhere where you can't speak the language, you don't understand it, you can't read any of the ingredients, I think at the very minimum you could at least buy fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, and just mentally be prepared for that though, because I went on a cruise in 2005, I think, with my ex-girlfriend, and
where in the Middle East were you? You were in were you United Arab?
I can't.
Oh, you're not supposed to say?
I can't say exactly where I was, but I was in a few different spots. I wasn't in any active war zones though. I was just in a couple bases here and there. We spent about a month over there though. But if mentally, especially for me, you have really strong willpower. If I know that I'm gonna be like not be able to eat ice cream or chocolate or whatever, I gotta prepare for that. So like,
yeah, it's kind of like you're obviously gonna eat something. You're not gonna die. You might not get those meals that you're used to. You might not get those things that satiate you. But if it comes down to it and comes to survival, you're gonna eat bananas and fruit and vegetables and stuff. It might not be what you want to do or what you're used to doing. But when you're in a situation like that, that's what you got to do. But kind of like what you said, if you know you're going someplace like this, at least stock up on like some Power Bars, Cliff Bars, or some vegan bars or something like that, or for some vegan snacks that you can eat if you can't find anything, just so it can hold you over and you don't feel weak or whatever, so you can have something to eat when you can't find other things. Now, I know Craig just got back from a few different little towns and cities in Ethiopia. He went over there with his friend. He went there for like a couple of weeks, and he was kind of worried if he was going to be able to eat anything there. But when they say something is vegetarian, they don't really use dairy. They use either meat or non-meat. So when he said he was vegetarian, everything else there, well, he said he was vegan, but when he said like he couldn't have any meat or dairy, everything that he would go eat was just, as long as it didn't have meat in it, was all vegan. So he said he ate some of the best food. It was cheap for him, and it was delicious. And Ethiopian food is some of my favorite food anyway, so I'm kind of jealous.
I had a translation issue. I don't remember where it was, but it was an Indian food place, and I was trying to ask them if they cooked with ghee or not. I got a little nervous, so I ended up just not eating anything.
Yeah, if you don't know something and you're, I mean, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'll just do it today and hopefully it's that. No, that's not, I know people like that. Like, my mom tries her best, but she's one of those people that would be like, well, if I didn't know I needed to eat something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. She's like lived all of her life one way. So I'm glad that she's doing what she's doing. But for me, I'm like, if I'm not sure on something, I'd rather not,
Yeah. For sure.
We got some conversations going on within conversations.
I like that.
Exactly. Well, that's the other thing too. Produce said, obviously not for too long, but if you go like a day without eating, like our ancestors did that for more than days before they could find food. So, just fasting for a day, it doesn't mean that unless you have like a problem with like your blood sugar or something where you need to eat something in order to balance yourself out, like you should be fine if you don't eat I've fasted for a couple days and, I've drinking just juice and stuff like that. We did that for 5 days. I felt great. You did too, kind of.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah. Every time I look around,
how bizarre!
It's in my face.
You should pack Josh's lunches for when he
pack him. Well, I don't know if I'm going to pack his lunches, but I was going to do a video where I could, because I've always wanted to do food prep. And I think it would benefit me and definitely Josh.
Kristen and I just did a food prep one for our breakfasts.
Oh, good.
Yep.
For you.
Sorry, I beat you to it.
And how was it? Did you edit it yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
he'll probably film and edit it before I.
Well,
hey, just remember, guys, I did it first before John, so you're watching this video first.
See, for me, I want to actually get some I want to order some nice food prep containers from Amazon.
Yeah.
So it looks nice and how zombie apocalyptic kitchen down there. It's gonna be like one green bowl, something that's not even a bowl.
A cardboard box.
Yeah, it's like this is my food. Cardboard box. Oh man.
Write him a cute little inspirational note for the
day.
Go
vegan.
You're handsome and you're smart. Love, Chris.
Yeah, but I do want to do some healthy food preps things. I'm obviously gonna make my delicious tofu. Throw that in there. I used to do a lot of what I eat in a day or what I had for dinner on this channel right here, and they did pretty well. They would get 4,000 and 5,000 views on this channel back 4 or 5 years ago. Why did I stop?
I don't know.
I'm like, no, I need to focus on the other channel. Meanwhile, that channel's doing better than the main channel. But I do have to do a live on the main channel, and I'll probably do it this week for the Vegan Cuts box.
I wonder what delicious things are in there.
I know. I'm afraid that it was a Valentine's box and. Well, you can microwave anything that has. What else do we have? What other kind of content can we talk about with you guys today? Is there anything specific you'd like to Shantoodle to talk about before we cut this? We're almost at 2 hours.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. John, do you do vegan cuts too? You don't.
No, I don't.
No. The only, not the only reason, but the main reason why I got with vegan cuts is because, I knew the original founders of vegan cuts. They since sold the company, but we were friends with them and we helped them from the beginning. We helped promote their Kickstarter when they started it, and then we just kind of worked with them ever since. We even curated one.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you open it up and you see a little card of me and John. or to be more proper, John and I.
Devana said, my college has vegan options now. I know it's not topic, but it was a nice change so I don't have to pack my lunch all the time. That's awesome, actually. When I transferred from Canisius to Ithaca, the vegan options were like way more in Ithaca. So I would get these like quinoa wraps all the time. They were these little pre-made, delicious little bites, and they were almost always available for me. And they also had these little vegan square seitan burgers. Oh my god! So a college that offers vegan options is like, it's great because you're not always just eating like pasta.
Can I say what I liked when I was in college and even before that I haven't had since the year 2001?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess falafel.
No.
Dang.
Okay, so back when I first went, this is even right before I think I even went vegan. I was vegetarian. Yeah, because I first had this stuff at a shelter show. So when we were in the hardcore, like back in the hardcore scene and everything, we would go to the Lost Horizon, which is down here in Syracuse, New York, and there was a lot of hardcore shows that would happen. And Shelter was one of my favorite bands, and they were, you know, it sounds funny because I'm not religious or anything, but they were Hare Krishnas, but they had really good music, and they were vegan and straight edge, and like I'm like, well, you know, I think I had just gone vegan, or no, it was vegetarian, okay. And then after their show, they would bring with them like this food that was all vegan that was called, and it's been so long I don't even remember what it really looks like, but I know that something was pink. But anyways, it was called, they call it, and I might be saying it wrong, but it's prasadam. That's what it's called. You can look it up. And it was like, in their culture, I think it was like either Hare Krishna or Indian Buddhist food or whatever. And they brought it and they would give it to us all for free. I mean, you could give them a donation, but it was there for everybody, you know. And I remember having a plate of that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. And I hadn't had it since. That was back in probably 91 or 2. I went vegan. I was vegetarian at the time. I went vegan in 94. And then I went to college at University of Florida 2000 to 2001. And when I was down there in the court of the college, the university, every 2 days out of the week there was Hare Krishnas there, and they had prasadam, again free for anybody that wanted it, or give a donation. Obviously you should give a donation. So I would go there, give them $3 and have a little tiny plate of their prasadam, and like I'd come there and they remembered me because I was vegan. I said, you know, everything's vegan, right? And they're like, yep. And they're like, I stood out to them because I was vegan and because I wore a beanie, kind of like what you're wearing then. And I was in Florida, wearing a beanie. It was really hot, but I was trying to grow my hair out at the time, and I hated the way my hair looked, so I wore a beanie. But it was like, 100-degree weather every day, and they're like, oh, it's the vegan that wearing the beanie. He's the one that, you know, they'd have my prasadam ready for me. Because I went there and I'm like, oh yeah, like, and because I knew all the chants because it was ingrained in my head from Shelter.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys can ever find prasadam.
It's the message of the Bhagavad. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember all of them. Well, I got the one in my head, and like, so I have the whole entire chant in my head. There's no way, unless it was a song, that I would be able to remember this. But it's like Nama Om Vishnu Pusaya Krishna Pusaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ite Namane Shelter.
Oh man, I didn't get into Shelter. I was a little after.
Well, guess what? I have a video here that has all Shelter on it that I need to put. This isn't the one, it's the other one. It's one of these. Is that the? It's one of these over here. I have a video cassette tape of Shelter shows from when I was like 16 or 17, and I can't wait to put this on my computer and share it with you guys if it's something that's shareable. I haven't seen it in like, wow, so long. What's on that one?
December 15th, 1995.
Okay.
The day before my birthday.
Oh my God. And what is it? First video with new
camcorder. Pat, Brian playing guitar, Kelly and your mom singing.
Oh, I think I did watch that. That's the one where Brian was like, he's like so emo with his hair in his face, and he's just playing like Nirvana songs. And then my brother is like, yeah.
Brian got dumped the day before my birthday.
So that day?
It might be. I don't know if it was 95 or 96.
Oh my
but
God.
He was dating this girl, Jen, and she broke up with him over the phone.
That might have been it.
And I spent the night that night because he was like,
Wait, you spent the night with her? Or him?
Well, first him, and then afterwards I was like, well, she's single now.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Oh, the Jankos. Yep, I remember the Jankos.
Oh
I
my
never
God.
wore those. I never.
Wait.
Brian did.
You sold a pair of Jinkos to a friend of mine. They weren't Jinkos?
No, they were. I would not wear Jankos. Those were Plan B skateboarder jeans.
Jinkos were. That was not you.
I wasn't Jankos.
Yeah, okay.
I hate to say it. We would make fun of people wearing Jankos, but
That's fine.
It's
fine.
whatever.
I was a little kid. I was a 12-year-old.
I had an expensive pair of skateboarding pants that I wore all the time, and then I ended up like wearing them out to the point where like they were my work pants at the greasy pizzeria I used to work out, and he still bought them off me. Like he was so happy. It was one of John's friends, so he was like quite a bit younger than me, and he looked up to me and he's like, "Oh my God, I got Chris Cooney's skate pants," and like he wore them every day.
Yeah. Yep.
And
But I did wear the Jinkos.
But that was a thing back then. Like we would save up or wait for Christmas and get these like skateboarder clothes that like you couldn't like. We were like a small percentage of the school. Like me and my friends, we were the skaters of the school, and we had that was where I fit in. I was a skater. Like I wore skater jeans and skater shirts and skater shoes, and it was skateboarding. That was my life, skateboarding. Now it's like you skate wearing whatever skinny jeans you want. But back then it was like the jeans were huge.
Produce is talking about those thick silver ball necklaces. I had those too.
Oh yeah. I never wore stuff like that.
And I had long hair. It was bleach blonde. I was trying to be your brother.
I had the bleached blonde hair, but it was buzz cut.
You were Eminem.
I was Eminem before Eminem was
Eminem.
Yeah. Even though he's older than me, he wasn't a thing yet at that point. So nobody knew who he was.
Bye, Devana. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Devana, sorry. We're keeping it strong with 79 people watching. Listen to our old stories. There was a health food store called Mike's.
Vitamin.
It was before he had that one, but it was like Mike's Whole Foods or something. But he was dirty. So
Dirty Mike.
We call it Dirty Mike's. And after we were done like with a show, like a shelter show or whatever, we would go over there and we would grab vegan. Like they would have like vegan sandwich wraps, which I can't believe. They they just did something that they shouldn't have done at one point where we had like this big microburst here and everybody lost power for like a week and a half. So everything melted there, and instead of throwing it away when the generators came back on, he just sold it. So but he went out of business because of that, and then he ended up opening up a new place called Dirty Mike or Mike's Vitamin Shop.
Oh, okay.
I stopped going there because he had people watch us literally everywhere we went.
To see if you were stealing?
Yeah, and we were like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Well, you come in here wearing a hoodie. What are we supposed to expect?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And then the girl I was with grabbed my basket, put it on the ground, and said, and then we walked out, and I was like, oh, "Sorry." I was such a nice kid back then. I'm like, "Sorry, I'm sorry that she gave you the finger. I didn't mean for her to do that." Oh man. Anyway.
Oh man.
What was the first show I saw was a 108 and Shelter show.
So you really weren't going to shows during the Hungry Chucks phase, right? Hungry Charlie's?
That was afterwards.
Yeah, that was after. I think you were already living in Florida.
I went to Florida and I came back and I was very. Things happened in Florida that made me very.
Isolated or something.
Isolated and agoraphobic. I did not like going in crowds. I didn't like those people anymore. I didn't want to be. So I shunned myself. I didn't go to these big things and I kind of closed myself off. I didn't like big groups. I didn't like crowds. I was always watching my back, and I've slowly grown out of that. Now I still, I guess, inherently don't like it, but I make myself do those kind of things now.
Yeah.
But back then, no, I didn't like going to Hungry Chuck's.
Well, so you were in Florida, and I was just getting into the hardcore scene, and I loved Hungry Chuck's because they would, whenever there was a hardcore show there, they would sell these really big vegan burgers with a nice big Kaiser roll.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool because...
Yeah, Eminem is a lot older than me. I think.
No, he's only a few years older than you.
Oh, I thought he just turned.
He's 47.
He's 47. He's older than me. He's at least 4 years older than me.
He's had some face work done though. Have you had face work done?
No. So I have a picture of me looking just like that, but
Yeah.
not him. It's me, not him.
Can you spit mad verse?
Somebody try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. Somebody.
Did you see the second Chris D'Elia one where he's in the garage and he's like on the breath rapping? It's so good.
Too many napkins, Babkins.
And like Eminem actually like died laughing watching it.
And he used that in a with Logic.
Yeah.
Logic
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Super funny. Oh my god. Too many napkins, Babkins.
That's funny. Real funny.
John, I'm crying.
Laugh crying. I'm
Oh
laughing.
yeah,
so hard
I'm like,
crying.
look at all these wrenches. I forgot because we have two moderators here today.
Nice.
Marina was christened to be a moderator the other day when Linda left, and Marina was like, "Who's going to be the moderator?" And I'm like,
Are there like a lot of people that mess with you and that's why?
no, actually, not really many. I don't think. And honestly, on this channel, for the most part, unless they're spamming tons of stuff so I can't see something, I don't really care. But it's good to have a moderator. This live is very long. I mean, you can come and go. Like, you know, sometimes we like to just go longer and talk to you guys. There's no set time that we do these. If, you know, we're having a good time, we might go a little bit longer. We do these once a week, definitely, and sometimes more than once a
Sometimes
week.
you pop on with Josh,
Sometimes.
with Yash. I wish we had a bigger spot though so Josh could
Yeah.
be with
I mean,
us.
if we have another chair over here, Josh could come in here. Josh, if you want to come on in, you can. He might be sleeping.
3, 5, 4,
I smell the... you liked it, it's long. Okay, well then there we go. Some people did, they were like, it was giving them anxiety that these were so long. And I'm like, well, you don't have to watch. I mean, this is just, you don't have to watch these. I make my actual videos, you know, a certain length so people can actually watch those. But there's no rules here. Talk about whatever. As a matter of fact, this is my second channel. We don't even have to talk about all vegan or zombies. We could talk about whatever.
Can
we do.
Can we talk about All Things Considered?
All things considered.
You're listening to All Things Considered. I'm Mark Lavalier, and this is NPR News.
Okay, do you want to do that for the rest of the
Or
time?
we can be lore. I'm Aaron Mankey. Am I gonna get in trouble
No.
for saying people's names?
Say as many names as you can.
I'm Samantha. I have sex with everyone. That's a quote from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, if you will.
Well, you did a quote the other day, and then you stopped, and then I was going to ask you what it was from. I think it was in a video or something. And now I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-ba.
Oh, what's your favorite fruit, Chris?
I really love the Cara oranges.
Okay.
If you give me a good sweet one, yes, I love those. So good.
You give me a juicy mango any day of the week.
That was my second.
Yeah.
Or even a nice
Watermelon in the summertime here. Heck yeah. I hear you.
Because here's the thing, like I really love those Cara oranges, blood oranges, stuff like that, and I could sit there and just eat like the way I eat them, like I suck the juices out of them.
Like a vampire.
Yes.
You pretend you're a vampire when you're doing it?
Well, no, but ever since I was little, I couldn't eat, like, if you gave me a piece of an orange, I couldn't eat it and swallow. I couldn't.
The pith, it's very stringy.
I couldn't.
I get it.
But I loved, like, squeezing every juice out of it, and that's what I like. Mangoes can be good or bad. If you give me the perfect mango, I'm so happy. Same with a watermelon. You can open up a watermelon and it looks perfect, and it's, like, got no taste.
Yeah. So that's why, like, you get a watermelon here in season when it's perfectly ripe. That little what is it? It's a vine that twists up and curls so that you know it's ripe. I used to pick watermelon, and I remember getting a nice ripe one, and my boss said it was okay. So I smashed it with my hands, and I ate it in the field.
Yep. Johnny McGinnis says, I'm changing my tire. Talk as long as you like, and we will. Have you ever met a fruit you didn't like, though? What don't I like as far as fruit goes? Yeah, I'm sure I have. You know what I don't like? I don't like figs.
You don't like a texture thing?
I just never liked figs, and now as I'm older, I'm finding out that a lot of figs have like a fly.
Dead wasp in it.
Yeah, and they put their larvae in it, and that's just gross.
Come on.
But I just don't like figs. Like when people put figs in like their, try these healthy whatever. I just don't like figs.
Do you like dates though? Because I feel like if you don't like figs, you could probably like a date.
Well.
Or for the same reason you don't
I
like dates.
like dates and certain things, and they got to be certain dates. But like I put like 3 or 4 of them in my smoothie this morning.
I only put 2 in mine.
Well, John,
I guess I'm healthier.
Mine were a little bit smaller. Like,
sure, they were,
pitted
Chris.
Majulis.
He was a skater boy.
Somebody at the last. Sorry.
No, I was singing the song.
Keep singing your.
No, it's fine.
Lavigne.
No, you did a good job cutting me off. I like that. You know when to cut me off, and you know it's going down the wrong path. What were you gonna say though? About dates, maybe?
Yeah, we don't have to talk. It was just
some other time.
It had something that happened to me at Expo last year, which I can't wait to see what happens to me this year at Expo. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh man, I'm jealous. I am gel.
I'm gonna be like, this is Josh. He's my not so gentle giant. I mean, my gentle giant.
No, Linda, I lost the smoothie round. He put 4 dates. I only put 2. I'm the loser. I'm the loser.
Yeah, I put 4 in, but yours were probably bigger.
Well, you know, I made a small smoothie because I made overnight oats for my food prep video that I recorded before you did. Timestamp that.
Right.
Actually, I was on YouTube before you, too, if you want to get real serious.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Let's go to the very first vegan zombie, the very second vegan zombie video. I'm just kidding.
Actually, my first video on YouTube was back in January of 2006.
What was it?
It was Ron hanging out of the car going 70 miles
Oh,
an hour.
yeah. What about the Mineral, the Gloria record video?
Yeah, that's pretty.
That was earlier than that.
That was
2002.
Yeah, I got a lot of videos from way back in the day on my other channels.
I'm trying to get with Aaron Garatello because...
Oh, are you?
As friends.
Yeah.
As friendships.
Yep.
I want to see if I can steal all of our tour footage so I can do like some...
I have footage of you guys singing like as Spirit.
No, God, no.
We're going to watch it.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but...
John opened up for Anne Berlin and Boys Like Girls. Anyone else that are big now or were big at one point?
So this is really weird, but Spiria played for this band, opened up for this band called Amur. And Amur is like this huge metalcore band. And the dude was wicked nice when he's like, you guys are a really technical band. And I was like, thanks. This guy's like deathcore. We did not fit on the same bill.
Did you open up for La Dispute or no?
Yeah, the Scarlet Envy did.
Okay.
Not Spurious. So yeah.
Well, I mean, that still counts.
Yeah, we opened for La Dispute Thursday.
Ooh.
Envy on the Coast.
Throwing punches at Ocean Waves?
Yep.
Did they sing that song?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
That was our record release show. I was really nervous that day.
Okay.
Mother was one of my favorite bands that we opened for. They're not as popular, but they're really popular in Canada back in the day.
And the twins that made one of your videos are now making their own horror movies with Eli Roth. I mean, they just did Rabid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And American Mary.
Yeah. Other twins. Yeah. The ones that we were...
Yeah, the ones that made your video.
Yes. Yeah. I think... Did I say Thursday?
Yes, that's awesome.
Animals as Leaders. They're a really good instrumental band that we opened for.
Did they sing...
They don't sing. They're instrumental.
No, Thursday. Did they sing Running from the Rain? I love that song.
They didn't.
Did they sing The Car Crash?
They did.
Okay, at least they got one of the two.
They did. They definitely sang that song.
Broken Pieces. Oh, man, it's hot in here. Mrs. Nightmare has 2 rescue pups, because somebody asked who has a pug and a fox terrier. Got a lot of pups going on here. Hey, where's everyone from? Where are you guys from? Where you guys?
Let's talk about where you're from.
Not where you're from. Where you're tuning in from.
Where do you hail from?
Yeah, where are you watching from? We're in Syracuse, New York. Technically Liverpool, which is like 1 second outside of Syracuse.
Yep.
A little suburb. Coheed and Cambria is one of my favorite bands. I mean, The Cure is my all-time, but Coheed and Cambria, I'd probably say is probably one of my second.
They're up there.
They're way up there.
Yeah, they're
way
up
up
there. I just watched a live video of them from like 6 months ago, and they're so good.
They're
They're
so good.
good.
I have a few
Their live shows are so good.
I have a few live shows of them that I recorded that are on my channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Netherlands, Memphis, Tennessee, California,
Oh, wow.
Denver,
Hilversum?
Missouri.
Netherlands, Springfield, Long Beach. I'll be going there. Rotterdam, Denver.
Wow, we got the whole world around.
I was
here.
in Denver once when I was training in Loveland, and we went to Denver one night, and that's all I remember. That was back in 2008. Yeah, Chicago, Iowa,
Wisconsin, Raleigh, North Carolina, New Mexico. Oh my gosh, you guys.
California, Raleigh, New Mexico. See, Johnny typed on there. Johnny's fixing his car, changing a tire, and he came over to type for us. Thanks, man. I pronounced it correctly. Oh, I did. I don't remember what it was called, though. Pumpkin Center.
I want to live in a place called Pumpkin Center.
Queenland, Michigan. I want to go to so many new places that we haven't. We need to do a trip to Chicago because it's not that far away.
It's not. It's a 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
And Yash has the big van.
Yeah, we should just go in there and get some. And we got to go back to Toronto too. Queensland. Is that the same as Queenland? I kind of knew it was Queensland, but I didn't want to, like, maybe there's a place called Queenland too.
Queensland, come together with your plan. Oklahoma City.
I'm supposed to go to Iceland too at some point. It looks so nice over there.
Kristen and I wanted to do our honeymoon there, but money is like,
money just creeps up on you. And
I
it's
hate
like,
it.
Where's your money, Kristen?
Oh, and then
wait, I thought it was. Oh, where'd it go? Oh,
and then you have health problems, and they're like, you know what? I need all that money that's in your pocket first.
Okay, here, drink some of this, and you'll all be good. Here,
drink this cup of poison.
This is snake venom. No. Okay, so now we know where everybody is. We're coming to see you. No, we're actually not going to.
We're going to go on tour and visit all 73 of you.
73 people watching? That means 73 people are going to have dinners made by us. They're going to be like, get out of here. I cook better than you guys.
I know. You know what? I feel like it's not just the food you're getting. It's the whole entertainment package.
But are we entertaining?
I am.
Well, sometimes, but
I'm annoying.
Other times we're not.
Yeah, if I'm in a bad mood and we're trying to shoot a neat pastry video.
Oh man, that is. I found some rare footage the other night, so I'll have to show you.
Bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm really sorry. Life's been rough ever since I started working at that last job.
Yeah.
I realized I've hated my life since I started there. And guess what? I don't care. I'm going to admit it on live television.
Is this television? This is what television is.
This makes good TV. This is new television. YouTube is new television.
You want to know the most TV I actually watch is that rare event that I go visit my parents and 7:30 hits and then we all watch Jeopardy together. I still love watching Jeopardy with my parents.
This is Jeopardy.
Making our way to the
My
studio.
parents are always watching like CSI or something, and I always make them pause it. Like,
my mom does that too. She's always watching them. My dad says to me, he says, I don't know why you bought her that TV because I lost her. She doesn't talk to me anymore. She just sits on her phone and watches TV and I could talk to her and she's like, and he'll be like, she doesn't hear a thing he says.
We're frozen.
Oh my God. Well, that's okay. You guys can just listen to our stream from now on.
Listen to the sound of our voices.
I'm over here.
You guys don't even know what we're wearing right now.
John, put your clothes back on.
Chris, Let it go. Let it go. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know any other words. I'm sorry, you
I
guys.
did once. I sang it in the car with my friend.
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Oh, I got a dog behind me and a dog on the left of me. Here I am, stuck in the...
Oh, I should have done the Carol Ann thing.
Oh, wait, are we good?
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Oh, and now the sun's on his
As
nice,
the sun
gloomy,
rests upon his face.
snowy day. But it's not really snowy, it's just a winter day.
When I was
Winter's
7
day.
years old, my mom told me not to stare at the sun, so I did. And I went blind.
Oh, come on.
That's
Icarus.
from a movie.
Icarus.
Pi. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have seen that movie.
I saw it
Then
in.
he did Memento after that. Memento. With
That's a good movie.
with Guy. Wait.
Fieri.
No, Guy Pearce.
Yep. Guy de Maupassant.
Follow the light. Attention! Change the battery. John, can you sing some Green Day? Did you bring? You didn't bring your guitar.
No, I almost did because I'm learning a Stone Temple Pilots song.
Remember that time when you totally were singing your own words for Everlong for the Foo Fighters, and then they claimed our video?
Yeah.
Dave Grohl claimed our video
He's
because
like,
he
"You got
sang it
pennies," and
so
I won.
good on his guitar. There was no background music of them. You just played it yourself, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna claim this."
That's my question to you. If I wanted to do like a cover song,
Yeah.
what do I do? Just put in the comments that it's a cover? Do I have to call the band and be like, hey?
It's different. Some bands you can get away with doing it, and other bands like Foo Fighters that are super popular,
They'll get you.
they'll take it, but you can split the revenue with them. But they're gonna take half of it because you're covering their song.
Okay. That's not very nice.
But he doesn't have to learn Nickelback. He knows all of Nickelback, every song by. I mean, he's friends with Chad, I think. Aren't you?
this phone, look around.
Look at this graph.
That's every song.
Yeah. John, can you play by ear? You can.
Yeah, I can play by
My brother
ear
can, too.
better than I can play by looking at tabs and stuff.
Okay.
Where Brian is a lot better is he can look at a sheet of music and literally play exactly what it's. I can't do that.
Oh,
He's
Brian.
super talented.
Brian. I was learning piano and I went over to his house and I started playing the piano. And I guess he was out in the other room with his mom. He's like, how's he doing that? And he was like, wait, what? I'm Brian, guess this song. And then I played Frozen for Katie, and obviously I couldn't play it perfect, but I started it. I go, Katie, tell me if you know the song, and I started doing it, and she's just looking at me like I have no idea what you're doing. And then I got to that part where it goes, let it go, and she's like, Frozen. She lit up pretty fast.
Oh man,
That's my niece, by the way. She's 4.
Katie. She needs a napkin though.
She does.
Babkin.
You have too many napkins.
I think I'm gonna probably leave soon too in a minute, you guys.
Well, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Well, maybe
we'll bring Josh in.
I was gonna say Josh can come in.
Josh can come in.
We should do a 24-hour stream.
We should, where we keep
Like a
rotating
fundraising
out.
event.
They said that in one of our last ones we were doing. We should do a 24-hour stream.
Like you can do it, and then I'll come in, and then you can go to sleep for an hour. But you have to sleep in here, so you have to we'll establish a pee corner.
You can't leave the room.
No, we have to stay in the room. So we'll get.
So we're only
get
gonna have to eat the snacks that I got from
Well, we can bring anything in before we go live, so we can
Oh my
literally.
God, sheet pizza.
And people can drop stuff off to us, but it has to be through this window.
Pizza.
We have to drop a rope down and pull it up, and then this is where we get all of our supplies.
And he hides on that side of the house.
Andy does?
Yeah, I don't know why he does that. If you have to go and you said goodbye and I didn't see it, I'm saying goodbye now. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Because this has 2 hours. Wow.
We've been on a long time, and I'm thinking I'm getting close to that 5 o'clock mark where I got to feed the dogs, and plus I got to pack for
Do
Mockingbird.
I have any... Oh, yeah, it's just Josh saying he fell asleep. I don't know if he's sleeping or not, but... Josh, if you're not sleeping and you want to jump on here for a little bit, we can do that.
You can change places with me.
Yeah,
we can
and
tag out.
I would say, will Rachel do a follow-up on those aquatic plant balls? I sure hope so. I keep telling her that she should do... She just filmed the video, so she'll have another video hitting hopefully soon. If Josh is awake, we could get him to join us for a little bit. I'd say just do a quick update on what he's doing, and then, I mean, we've already been on for 2, but maybe we could do maybe 15 minutes or so. If not, you guys probably late. No, it's not that late. It's only 4 o'clock here. Bye, apple lover.
Bye.
I like apples too.
I take apples for granted because I eat so many of them when they're ready here.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I had a couple the other night. I just sat down. Those were my snacks, and like a thing of blueberries. Those blueberries, I was just
Pop, 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 pop,
they were
pop,
so
pop.
good. New Life 51 says I really liked her last video. I'll tell her that. She'll probably appreciate that a lot. My favorite variety of it, I don't really know. There's so many of them up here, and we have apple orchards, and we have apple picking season. So I guess different ones for different things.
I like Honeycrisp for eating, and I like.
I'm just gonna second that.
I like Granny Smith whenever I'm baking. It's a nice sour.
Yeah.
Mixes well with lemon.
Red Delicious is a good one too because they're delicious.
And they're red.
Yeah. Oh, the Pink Lady too. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Oh my God! See, you guys just keep. I don't know what my favorite one is, so I'm just gonna agree with whatever you guys say. I like crab apples.
Little bite-sized ones you can pop in your mouth.
Let me see if he's even. He might be sleeping.
Is he working tonight?
No.
Hey guys, just me and you.
Josh, are you here? Josh?
Josh is gone, you guys. Hello, Darlene from Canada. You know what apple I don't like, though, is the Jonah Gold, I think it is. It's the one that's, like, really mealy when you bite into it. I don't like the texture of it. Ugh. I was alone. I was all by myself. No one was looking. Yeah, mushy apples are nasty. You need a nice crispy one. That's why I like the Honeycrisp apple. It's sweet. You bite into it, you get a good crunch. But it's tough. Like, you really should, unless you peel the skin off, you should be eating organic apples. You want the skin of an apple. But with how many times they have to treat it for diseases and stuff, organic apples are the way to go. Ooh, Honeycrisp when baking. So mixing a Honeycrisp with a Granny Smith is normally what I'll do. I'll blend the two. I really like that contrast of flavors. Produce hates Honeycrisp. That is a strong word. What do you hate so much about it? The skin? Yeah, they add wax to like all sorts of produce to protect them when they're shipping them. It's crazy. I'm really becoming a fan of. It's called an edible hedge, where like you plant a variety of whatever hardy shrubs and trees that are fruit bearing in your yard that separates your yard from your neighbor's yard, and then you both maintain it, and then you have food for your own house. Like, I love that idea of just interchangeable hardy fruits that you grow in your own yard, but you got to protect them from the other animals out there.
Scavengers. He's not going to come on right now because he was sleeping and now he's got to go pick up his daughter, but hang on 1 second.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what about Asian pears? That's one of my favorite things to just pick right off the tree and bite into it. Kristen's uncle has a couple of Asian pears in their yard, and last fall I got to pick one off. I actually got to pick two of them because they were so good. I ate another one. I don't have any apples right now. I sang a song and I got it stuck in Vegan Pancake's head while you were gone.
What song was it? Sorry, guys.
I don't think you ever listened to Green Day.
Not really, but
So
like the ones that were on the radio, yeah.
So the album Dookie,
Yeah.
that was like my introduction to that kind of music. I listened to Nirvana and like Stone Temple Pilots, but then I got into Green Day, and Dookie was like my favorite album when I was in 7th grade. It was Dan Kerrigan's favorite album too. And All By Myself was a hidden track at the very end, and I was singing it when you were gone.
Oh, then
and
I
now
probably
it's stuck
didn't
in
hear it.
Vegan Pancake's head. I ruined their night.
Well, I mean, there's probably. I mean, we could probably get the Sharky song stuck in their head.
The what? Toss a coin to your
Oh, that one. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. What's going on here, guys? Play nice.
Oh, I haven't listened to Green Day in so long.
So you need to bring your guitar again.
I'll bring it next week. I'll bring it next week. I'm working on
Play some jams.
I'm playing some real nostalgic ones. Like I'm going I'm going deep into my bench. And I'm playing like stuff off of In Utero by Nirvana. I'm playing stuff off of Core by Stone Temple
I
Pilots.
just saw an old Nirvana one. Well, I was actually watching like a thing for like they were showing like the downfall and stuff of like Nick Diaz, and they had like a Nirvana song, Something in the Way.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a real good song. Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
Dude, I like watching Nick and Nate's story coming up.
Soy is not bad for you unless you're the very small percentage that's allergic to it. I think they said 0.002% of people are actually allergic to soy. But other than that, no, soy is actually good for you. It has a bad rap, though, because a lot of the meat and dairy industry has made it out their mission to make it look like it's bad for you, because a lot of the vegan foods were made from soy. A lot of the alternative foods were made from soy. And, back in the day, it was pretty much soy milk for the main plant milk that you could get before you could find, like, oat milk anywhere and all the other ones. So, yeah, it had a bad rap right there. But it's all false. And don't listen to me. Listen to Dr. Greger, who is a qualified doctor and shows you actual scientific studies and stuff like that. So
Dr. Greger is the guy that's like, wow,
Yep.
now let me tell you something about fruits and vegetables.
he's got a very unique voice, but yeah, he's
Dude,
really
so
smart.
smart. I can't I start watching his
Yeah.
videos and I can't stop.
Now he's also the timeline's a little different now, but he also, when I wanted to do it, said he would be in my movie. So
Would he be like one of the scientists?
no,
He's got scientists written all over him.
a professor, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah. A professor is just a scientist that's failed. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That's for all the professors out there. That was
yes. I love soy. I've been eating it for 30 years now.
You know what? You guys know what Green Day album I listened to on the way back from the farm the other day? Who's with me? Kerplunk. 2,000 Light Years Away.
Kerplunk.
Yeah, that was an album before Dookie. I sit alone in my bedroom, staring at the walls. Sorry. It's a good thing Race isn't here.
We got some Nirvana fans. I mean, Green Day. I just said Nirvana.
Produce, I didn't mean it. I'm really... Professor Produce, I have a huge respect for teachers. I'm sorry that I made that joke. Somebody made that joke to me, and I was just passing it on.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact-
You have a thing with, like, recalling, like, jokes that people have said, like, or jokes from, like, TV shows. and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So how I really feel about teachers and stuff, I think they're the most important people on the planet because they're shaping other people's minds and making them better people. And I would love to teach cooking someday. So I'm a failure. You're not the failure.
I think I remembered the thing that you were talking about, and I didn't know. I'm assuming it was from a TV show or a movie or something. But you were saying, like, I think it was in your live last night, maybe, where you were saying, like, oh, he's got a long neck, so I trust him.
That's from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I don't know. His neck is high, so that makes me trust him. It's just like really stupid things that makes no sense. Yeah, I agree, Produce. Like, that was a bad joke. I promise you. I love teachers, and
Oh wait, they're going all out on you.
Well, I said made a bad joke.
Well,
I deserve
dude,
everything I get.
We're all jokes. Like unless we're saying that we're all serious and we're in serious mode, it's all jokes. John says things sometimes. He doesn't. He's not. See, now I'm sticking up for you.
Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. Christy Road. That's one of my favorite songs on that Kerplunk album. Mother, stay out of my way. A bad place. I think I learned every song on that album when I was a kid.
Oh, Josh, it's in my trunk.
The Body?
No, he needs his car seat for his daughter. I didn't see his text. He's going to get his daughter right now. Okay. Here, let me do this. Here, keep him entertained. I just got to share something real quick.
The universal sign for sarcasm. What's that?
Bawef not neat rot nittigron. Isn't that from the universal saying for hello from Blur from Transformers the movie?
Oh.
Something like that. Let's try the universal greeting. And then the Weird Al song came on. Okay, I just broke the desk.
Dude. Hey, how much does a chair like that run you?
It ran me, I think.
Am I spending $200 on it?
No, I think it was 89.
Well, now what's your comfort level? Can you sit in that and edit for hours?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm doing it, I go back like this, and then I go up, and then I come back up, and I sit all proper, and then I'll get up and I'll do some push-up or pull-ups.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's better than that one.
Because I think I'm in the if I'm going to be doing more editing and probably more.
I'll send you the link that I bought this one.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. It's all vegan.
You guys like Pantera? I did back in the day. That's the album, right?
Yeah.
Vulgar display of power, maybe?
Somebody's getting punched in the face. Anyone else love Bobos? I did for you. We ate too many of them. I think.
Yeah, they're good, but if you eat 1,000 of them, you need to.
Yeah.
I need to pump the brakes on it. I only got about 10 minutes, you guys, because I want to make sure I get home to feed everybody so Kristen doesn't have to.
Yeah. Is today Dane's Day?
The 17th was.
Okay.
I liked them back in the day, in like the early 90s.
Who?
Pantera.
I never listened to them.
That was what like Dane and his brother used to listen to Metallica and Pantera, and I got into that one.
I'm trying to figure out how to share the.
What are you sharing?
I need to share a phone number.
Sharon. Oh, I can tell you.
Do you go like that?
Yeah. Then you go to share contact.
Oh, got it. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just need to do this real quick. Okay, done. You have my undivided attention.
You're just silently reading now for 5 minutes, trying to catch up.
And vote for Mockingbird Sanctuary Farm. For what are we voting for?
Oh yeah, if you go to the Facebook page, you can scroll down a little bit. There's a plumbing company that's going to give away $500 donation to whoever wins the this contest, and we're in the top 10. There's 2 more days left to vote. Get your vote on. That's us. We're finding it right now, you guys.
Okay, here's the link for you guys if you want to go vote for them. That would be swell.
Yeah, that guy right there.
This guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Salino Plumbing. Are you going to vote right now?
Well, that's a link right there.
That is a link, yeah.
Here's the link directly to the vote. Nonprofit of the month. Top 10. Buffalo Underdogs.
There we are.
Well, I don't know. I might want to do this one instead.
Nickel City. Yeah, there's a couple, they're all good places. Do you have to put your email? Tom Selleck. Oh, I already voted. You can't.
Oh, good for you.
You can't. It won't let me do it. Are vegan vitamins good, Chris?
Some
You've
of
got
them-
some really good vitamins down
Some
there.
of them are, yeah.
Chris actually took me around his vitamin tour in the Closet of Doom a few weeks ago, and he gave me one of every vitamin, and I felt like I could pick up a mountain and throw it at the moon.
This is the one that I say for most vegans, get this. It doesn't come in, they gave me like the industrial size bag, but it comes in like a normal, like, you know, kind of like a bottle. But this has D3, vegan D3 and B12. Those are like the two main things, and even like the Dr. Greger will say those are the two main things that you should make sure you're getting. But you might be getting it already and don't need vitamins.
And also, but you also, you might eat meat and need vitamins as well.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. It
it's
has
like,
nothing to do with.
So if
being
anybody
vegan.
ever gives you that B12, ask them
Yeah.
what their B12 levels are.
Exactly.
Where do you get your B12 from,
Yeah.
bro? Where do you get yours from? Let's check your levels.
Then they'll be like, well, you know, like, you know, you can't get certain things from a vegan diet, and you can from meat. And then they start listing them, and you're like, well, you're right, but we don't need those. Those aren't essential. Our bodies make those. So you have no. I don't know. There's just so much negativity with.
Thank you guys for voting. I love you all so much. We're gonna win.
And I won.
And I'm going to get the $500 transferred to quarters, and I'm going to have Chris and Josh throw them at me and bury me in a bucket full of quarters. And that's what we're going to do with the money.
Yeah.
Not really.
Luna Hawk wants to know if I take the Herbaland B12 and D3 daily. The B12 in those gummies seem a bit high. No, to be honest, I don't know. Maybe once a week I'll snack on one of those. Once or twice a week. Sometimes I don't for a while. Actually, I don't know the last time I did. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Stained. How about that band?
Yeah. No. Yep. Metalhead confirmed that it's the vulgar display of power.
I think that's the album I liked.
Oh wait, let me finish. I'm gonna vote.
Dude.
Bam. What's that? Yes, I would like to be invited.
You know what?
We don't want to do
I would
that.
like to receive 40 emails a day from strange companies.
No. I mean, I'm probably
just
going to get
kidding.
them anyway, but... I'm just kidding. Puddle of mud. Oh, man. Well, I don't know. I guess last minute questions will be on for, what, 5 more minutes? Oh, 237. The Shining. The Shining. If we've used what? You're curious if we've used a laundromat? A laundromat. They said, I like your sense of humor, John, especially when Chris is answering serious questions in the chat.
Sorry.
I'm kind of confused to what the... Oh, I already answered that one. The dogs are trying to answer.
Is it the mailman? Get out of here, mailman.
I feel like the mailman should have already come. It's like 4:30. Listen to them. Creatures of the night. It's not sweet music. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Let's come up. Come on. Up here. Come on. Let's go. All the way. All right. Hi guys. Sorry, John's ignoring you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I should be leaving soon.
All the talk about vitamins reminded me to take mine. Well, good.
Take
At
your
least something
vitamins.
positive came from this.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, black salt in the tofu scramble. Yes. I've done it. I don't like it because I don't like the sulfur. I never liked eggs, and I don't like it tasting like that. But you could, by all means, put black salt in your scramble to make it taste more eggy.
Somebody asked if I use black salt in
Do
the
you?
chat earlier. Yeah, Janelle has some at the farm.
Yeah.
She's actually just posted something asking for donations for Eldo because we have to. We're gonna have her jaw X-rayed this Friday.
She not doing okay?
No. When we rescued her, there was something going on in her jaw, and we've been keeping a really close eye on it, and it started to swell up a little bit. So we're just gonna get it X-rayed, find out exactly what it is. It could be because she's blind. She turned when she was younger and damaged something.
Okay. Well,
But
hopefully everything's
yeah,
okay.
we'll find out. We'll let you know. We'll let you know on Friday. He's coming out. I'll be there.
Have you ever had faro? I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't made it though since
It's been a while.
since culinary school. Actually, for me.
Oh.
All right, you guys. I should get going. It's close. It's getting close to 5. I gotta go feed my pups and pack for the farm.
Yeah, but big, awesome that Darlene's going to start veganism.
Yay! Good luck. Keep us updated. Let us know if you need any help. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it next
yeah.
week.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Best decision.
Yep. And watch all of Josh's videos because he's kind of just starting to.
Yep.
Really inspirating.
Inspirating, yes.
That's a word.
All the good stuff.
All right, you guys. I'll see you all next week, and hopefully I'll post something from the farm in the next couple of days.
All right,
All right,
guys.
Chris. I'll see you.